Hey, hello, blue sky. Goodbye, scorpions.
When I had a back issue, I put my trust into the board's certified fellowship-trained spine surgeons at DISC, Desert Institute for Spine Care. Hi, Greg Schulte. DISC surgeons choose the most minimally invasive spine procedure necessary for your condition to help restore your lifestyle. If you're feeling pain radiating down your leg or your arm, do what I did. Contact DISC. Visit sciatica.com or text SPINE to 620-620.
Message and data rates may apply.
The best place to buy a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. They're America's most awarded Ford dealership for complete customer satisfaction. Get real Labor Day deals with no hassle, no pressure, and no nonsense. Save over $10,000 on a new Bronco Badlands or buy a new Escape for only $23,995. Both offers include a 2-year, 25,000-mile premium maintenance plan. Sanderson Ford is a proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Offers on Bronco stock number 246944 and 2025 Escape 255056 at expire 9/2/25.
12 News is dedicated to the Arizona Diamondbacks, bringing you the Friday fun. Lead off with Dbacks on deck to get you ready for the first pitch. Then, tune in to watch select Friday home games on 12 News. It's all followed by 12 News at 10 for the latest developments across the state. Stream Dbacks on deck, then catch up on breaking news, weather, and exclusive content. All available anytime on 12+. It's baseball season in Arizona. 12 News, the official broadcast home of your Arizona Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks Radio Network. Dbacks BP Show.
The injury report is brought to you by DISC, Desert Institute for Spine Care, home for all of your back care needs. Go to sciatica.com and get back in the game with DISC, Desert Institute for Spine Care. As you heard in the last segment, D-backs reliever Brian Thompson was activated from the injured list today after missing almost 2 months of action with a low trap strain. With roster expansion, there was no need for a corresponding move to fit him on the roster. James McCann sat the past couple of games with lower back tightness, but it sounds like he's feeling better today and could be ready to play. He's not in the starting lineup, but could be in the coming days. For the Texas Rangers, they activated both infielder Jake Berger and reliever Chris Martin from the IL here today. Shortstop Corey Seager is recovering from an appendectomy that he underwent just a few days ago. His timetable is fluid, and it's not clear if he'll be able to return to the field before the regular season is over. Nathan Eovaldi has a strained rotator cuff that likely ends his year as well. Evan Carter has a broken wrist. Marcus Semien has a foot contusion. Just a lot of big names on the injured list right now for the Texas Rangers, as we were looking at the starting lineup today, and it's a lot of new names, even from the team that they put out there on the field just 2.5 weeks ago when the Diamondbacks were in Arlington to take on the Rangers. All right, that is the injury report for today's game. In just a moment, I'll sit down to talk with the D-backs manager, Torey Lovello, so stick around. The D-backs BP show continues next on the Morgan & Morgan Diamondbacks Radio Network.
I don't know how many times I've had someone come up to me and ask me about my experience with DISC, Desert Institute for Spine Care. Hi, Greg Schulte. I'm completely honest, my back pain is gone. I had a herniated disc, and the work that was done on me by the doctors at DISC made that pain go away. I trust DISC, and I'd encourage you to schedule an appointment and place your trust in the doctors there. Visit sciatica.com or text SPINE to 620-620.
Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, this is Adrian Gonzalez. Daniel's Jewelers is a proud sponsor of the Trip Around the Diamond and your family jewel.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Oppo Taco.
I'm gonna guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a...
Yeah, home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack, someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Won more games than we lost. We came back with that record by playing good baseball. We got good pitched games. We picked up the baseball at a very fast pace. We had really meaningful at-bats, well-timed base hits, guys building innings. So inside of the game, when you dissect it, the games that we won, we did a lot right. I think the first 2 games in Milwaukee, we got ambushed. They had good game plans against our starting pitchers. It was 2 1/3, 2 2/3. But the thing that stood out about those games is offensively we came back. I think we tied the score in one of those games. We really fought to get back into the game, and offensively I feel like we're doing a lot right. That's always been our catalyst to win games. When we combine it with the good starting pitcher that we've been getting, that's what's going to happen, is we're going to win games like we did in LA over the weekend.
Yeah, I wanted to piggyback on that because the 4-game winning streak coincided with 4 great starts, and really you've seen great performances from the rotation over the last month or so. How important is the success of your starting pitchers for the success of this team moving forward?
Well, I believe in starting pitching. I believe in putting the ball where you want, positioning the defense behind you accordingly. And I just know from standing in the infield myself, when a pitcher's in the zone, following the game plan, and landing pitches, I know our players are more engaged. They're able to follow it, get in the right position to make the plays, and they play a little bit faster. But starting pitching sets the tone for the day. Starting pitching is what helps you win championships. I feel like it's the common denominator in every good championship style of team, that it's very consistent night in and night out.
Today, for the first time, you'll have Blaze Alexander out in center field. What are you hoping to see from him as he gets comfortable in a new position?
Well, I want the athleticism to play out. I want him to go out there and do Blaze type of things, but be under control. Take good routes to the baseball. Have that same mentality that he's been having over at third base, where it's still a new position to him, but he's anchored third base extremely well over the past month. I don't want him to try and do too much. I just want him to go out and let the game kind of evolve, play out in front of him, and react to it accordingly. This is a great opportunity for him. It's a great opportunity for me to get basically an entire right-handed hitting lineup into this against Patrick Corbin tonight, and that was the main goal. But I also want to see some versatility, and I like the consistency of defense. So I don't want him to be out of control. I want to go out there and just let the game come naturally and make plays.
With the start of September comes roster expansion. You get 2 more roster spots, and today you guys bring back Ryan Thompson off the injured list, but also add Jorge Barrosa from AAA. I'm sure Thompson was more procedural and about timing and all that, but walk me through those 2 additions to the squad at this point in the season.
Well, RT was getting very close. He had that last outing on Friday in Reno, and everything checked out. I think it was 10 or 11 pitches, and the velo and the command of all of his pitches was exactly where we wanted it. But we could have probably done something different, but I think on September 1st with the expansion, we felt like it was just a natural call or a recall for him. Jorge Barrosa, I think there's some starting opportunities for him. We'll bounce him around the field, the outfield. I want to get him at bats. I know there's a lefty today and he's not starting, but I want to get him at bats against left-handed pitching, starting pitching. I love the versatility. I love the fact that he can play defense and help us win games by being a really good player. That's who he is. But he has to get at bats. I want him to get time up here to get that exposure, to get that experience, which will ultimately help him in the long run.
We mentioned the Texas Rangers are in town for a 3-game set. You guys just played them in Arlington just a couple of weeks ago. What were some of your takeaways from that series that could apply here this week?
Well, I know they're one big player down in Seager. I know that they're still a very well-run team. They have, in my opinion, one of the greatest managers of all time in Bruce Bochy. So they're going to be very equipped. They're going to come in here with a certain readiness and expect to win baseball games. They're in a very similar position we are. I think they're chasing games. They got to win games and hopefully chasing down that playoff spot. But at the end of the day, I just think they're just a very heady, smart baseball team. You talk about starting pitching. You got Corbin and Evaldi and guys like that. They go out there and win the game the right way. But they're ultimately equipped. They usually bang the baseball around the ballpark and make games very, very tough.
You mentioned Patrick Corbin on the mound for the Rangers, an old friend of ours with the Diamondbacks. Do you have a memory or a story that stands out to you from your time as manager for Patrick?
Well, he had a lot of good moments here, and I'll never forget that. The one thing that probably stands out is we were talking about the playoff series against the Dodgers in 2017. He was going to start Game 4. I felt it was going to be a pivotal Game 4. It's that swing game. You send it back to Dodger Stadium. It was going to be a crucial, crucial game. We never got to Game 4. So I wish I could go back and redo that a little bit and give him an opportunity. But we had a really good starting rotation at the time. It just didn't work well for him to pitch. But he got his chance. He redeemed himself in 2019, and we talked about it and laughed about it a little bit. And I said I was sorry at that time that I didn't give him the baseball because I know how much he wanted to compete and help us win that playoff game. But he got his opportunity in 19. I think it was Game 7 that he knocked.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Biggest thing we're bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted .406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
They are the clutch hitter you want in the bottom of the ninth because the difference is they care. Proud partners of the Arizona Diamondbacks, they will keep you cool from the first pitch to the final out. Go to emergencyair.com and click book now before the heat takes you out of the game.
Emergency Air. The difference is we care.
You've heard the phrase all hat, no cattle. Well, Whataburger's new Bacon Wrangler Double is anything but. It's got beef that's never from the freezer, always hot off the grill. Monterey Jack and American cheese, bacon, crispy onions, chipotle aioli, and pickles. You might even say it's all cattle and a hat. A 5-inch bun hat, cowboy. Introducing the new Whataburger Bacon Wrangler Double. For a limited time. Whataburger.
Get ready to level up your trading card collection with 2025 Topps Chrome Baseball. Packed with the hottest rookies and fan-favorite vets. This year's release is an absolute showstopper, all in the signature chrome shine. We're talking jaw-dropping designs and, of course, those coveted chrome rookie autos. So, whether you're chasing hits or just looking to pull heat straight from the pack, Topps Chrome is the move this season. Head over to Topps.com and start your chase today with 2025 Topps Chrome Baseball.
Diamondbacks Radio Network. Dbacks BP Show.
It's a Labor Day rematch of the 2023 World Series. The Texas Rangers and the Arizona Diamondbacks Keep your eyes on Blaze Alexanders. He makes his first big league start in center field. Not just the outfield, but the key spot in the middle. Ryan Nelson will be on the mound, and former Diamondback Patrick Corbin will get his start for the Rangers. He's coming off one of his best outings of the year, but he's been just awful against the Snakes in 6 career starts against them. We'll see which version of Patrick Corbin shows up on the hill tonight for the Rangers. Chris Garagiola and Tom Candiotti are standing by with much more on the pitching matchup, the starting lineups, and all the play-by-play. Rangers versus D-backs. The series opener is coming your way next on the Morgan & Morgan Diamondbacks Radio Network.
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, presented by Talking Stick Resort, Life Well Played, Avnet, delivering what's next in technology every time we take the field. Fry's, with Boost by Fry's VIP. Win game day with free grocery delivery, 2 times fuel points and more. Visit frysfood.com/boost today. The Diamondbacks Radio Network is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. This has been the Diamondbacks BP Show.
This Labor Day, celebrate family, fun, and the freedom to save with Chevrolet. And it all starts with spectacular offers available right now at your Valley Chevy dealers. Plus, you'll have the freedom to choose from an extensive lineup that's ready for all the adventure ahead. That includes popular models like Silverado. It's ready, steady, and strong with 4 powerful engine choices, impressive towing capability, and legendary dependability. Check out the Road Trip Ready 2026 Equinox, blending style and versatility with a roomy interior that's loaded with intuitive tech and first-class comfort. Or discover Chevy.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
Swung on, hit in the air to center. Going back, Isbell. He's onto the track. He's at the wall, and it is gone! Cattell does it once again. A 3-run homer.
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, presented by Talking Stick Resort, Life Well Played. Avnet, your hometown partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Fry's. Hey, D-backs fans, score big game day meals at Fry's with savings beyond low prices, including digital coupons worth over $600 each week. Fry's, fresh for everyone. The Diamondbacks Radio Network is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from Chase Field in downtown Phoenix, it is once again time for Arizona Diamondback baseball. And tonight, after a successful road trip, the D-backs are ready to open up the first of three against the visiting Texas Rangers. Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside the Greg Schulte radio booth. My name is Chris Garagiola. I'm joined by our analyst, longtime Major League pitcher Tom Candiotti. We're also joined by Steve Zinsmeister. Leo Gilmartin is our producer, engineer, and Parker Gurash, our technical director, back in studio. Well, Candy just mentioned it. Successful road trip for the D-backs. Took 2 against the Brewers, took 2 against the Dodgers. They find themselves right now 5.5 games out of that third and final wild card spot, and they're facing the Rangers for the second time in a couple of weeks. The first time D-backs were able to take 2 of 3 in Texas.
Yeah, when they took 2 of 3 in Texas, we looked at that Texas Ranger team, and they were not inspiring whatsoever. And when you look at the team now from just a couple of weeks ago, there's no Corey Seager in the lineup. There's no Marcus Semien in the lineup. It's a lot different, and to me it looks like a weaker team. So the way the D-backs are playing and the way the Rangers are kind of stacked up, it certainly looks like a game in a series that the D-backs should be able to handle.
And yet, despite all those injuries, the Rangers come into play today, one of the hottest teams in baseball. They've won 9 of their last 11, and it's been their pitching that's really been the catalyst. I know they had a 20-run performance in one of those wins, but 8 of their 9 wins, they've held opponents to 3 runs or fewer. One of the contributors, the guy who's starting, former Diamondback Patrick Corbin, 8 shutout innings against the Angels his last time out, and even at his...
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
Center tonight against the left-hander, and we'll see. Torey Lovello really praised his athleticism. This is a tricky center field to try and navigate. We'll see how he does his first go-round.
Yeah, I mean, he's such a good athlete, and he's got quickness out there. And if you can make yourself a player that can play third base, second base, shortstop, let's say, in the outfield, you become very, very valuable to an organization. So, this is kind of a test for Blaze also. He's played really well at third base. He's played really well at second base when we've seen him out there. So this is another opportunity for him to really show the D-backs, what he can do.
Blaze gets the start at center. Jordan Lawler gets the start at third. He is looking for his first hit of the season. Hopefully it comes against the former Diamondback and Patrick Corbin. We're going to get you the rest of the starting lineup in a moment, but first we'll take a break, then those lineups, and then first pitch, first of three, D-backs and Rangers. And the play-by-play action comes your way right after this on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
At Fry's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Fry's shoppers. You never compromise. Fry's. Fresh for everyone.
With the Caesar Sportsbook app, you can bet while all the Diamondbacks action is in full swing. Parlay your favorite player props, home run hitters, and more with same-game parlays. Or select from today's pre-built parlays with quick picks. Plus, bet every inning live in the app. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Caesar Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
The Arizona Diamondbacks are proud to partner with Resolution Copper and bring fans the Resolution Copper Stem Dugout. Located at Chase Field near Section 327, the Stem Dugout is the Science of Baseball HQ. Kids can stop by the Stem Dugout every home game to learn STEM-related facts, interact with STEM exhibits, and take photos in the dugout next to manager Tori Lavello. The Arizona Diamondbacks Foundation has added the Resolution Copper Stem Dugout for kids.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Now for the Diamondbacks, who are 68-70, leading off at second base, Ketel Marte. Batting second, shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. Batting third in right field, Corbin Carroll. And batting fourth in left field, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Batting fifth in center field, Blaze Alexander. Batting sixth, catching Gabriel Moreno. Batting seventh, designated hitter Ildemaro Vargas. Batting eighth at first base, Tyler Locklear. And rounding out the starting 9 at third base, Jordan Lawler. Again, the lineup for the D-backs: Marte, Perdomo, Carroll, Gurriel, Alexander, Moreno, Vargas, Locklear, and Lawler. And Candy on the mound in this one, right-hander Ryan Nelson.
7-3 this year. This will be his 19th start that he makes. ERA at 3.53, a 1.06 whip. Very good at home, as we said. He's 5-1 with a 2.42 ERA. He's going to come at you with his four-seamer, and he's very proud of it. It ends up about 96 miles an hour on average. Throws it about 62% of the time. Also will throw a slider, his cutter, his curveball, and an occasional changeup. But it's mostly going to be his slider and his cutter after that four-seamer. And you're pretty much what you see is what you get of Ryan. He's going to establish his fastball, and then he's going to kind of offshoot that with his cutter and his slider.
D-backs, as we mentioned, they took 2 of 3 against the Rangers at Globe Life Field in Arlington. They were walked off in one of those games, so there was an argument to be made. They could have had all 3, and that's exactly what they're going to be looking for, trying to defend home turf. They got the Red Sox over the weekend, but right now it's the Rangers. And Nelson ready to go. First pitch from the right-hander, and the left-handed hitting Josh Smith takes a called strike. Away we go on schedule. First pitch at 5:10.
Just pumping that four-seamer in there, 95 on that one.
Nelson ready. Here's the 0-1. And there's a hard hit line drive right to the shortstop, Perdomo. Full pitch and catch, it felt like, with the two shortstops. And now one down for Wyatt Langford.
Boy, hit that a little harder than it was thrown, and it was thrown about 97. Hit a little harder than that, and luckily Perdomo was right there to make that play.
One down for Wyatt Langford. Langford, combination of speed and power, corner outfielder, 20 homers, 57 driven in. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Another four-seamer, 97. And the count 0-1.
Langford has that combination of power, speed. He's got 20 home runs. He can also steal bases. He's kind of a dangerous hitter to be in this lineup.
And he's only 23 years old. As this 0-1 pitch locked up by the first off-speed pitch from Nelson. That was a cutter at 88 miles an hour. And right ahead of Langford, 0-2.
You know, usually his cutter comes in a little bit harder than that. That was almost a hybrid between his slider and his cutter.
The 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Just held it, Langford. It's 1-2.
Well, just like any pitcher, very key for Nelson to really work ahead in the count. Control the counts, make your pitches.
Langford, 42 extra base hits on the year. As this 1-2 pitch swung on, and he defensively fouls it away to the right.
I know he's having a nice year, but I think the organization was expecting a little bit more out of him than what they're getting right now. 20 home runs is okay. I think they see him as more like a 30, 35 home run guy. And of course, the combination of speed.
1-2 pitch missed in the dirt. Count now on Langford at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And if the Rangers are going to go ahead and sneak into the postseason, they are going to need the guys who are available to perform at their best at the very end. Here's the 2-2 pitch now from Nelson. And Langford takes strike 3 called. 97 with a paintbrush.
And he knew it too. Great location, down and in. He was obviously looking for the ball either up in the zone, top of the zone, or away. And this one went down and in, and not really where Gabby was set up. But he got the ball in the zone and got the call.
Texas 2.5 games behind Seattle for the 3rd and final wild card spot. Here is Jock Peterson now, former Diamondback, hitting 177 on the year. The first pitch to him is outside, ball 1. Having a much better month of August. 24 games, he's hitting 286 with a 942 OPS. He has 6 August home runs. And for Ranger fans, that's a bit more like it.
Yeah, he was really scuffling really the whole year. But he's, obviously picked it up a little bit. And they're going to need his bat. I mean, they've lost a lot of firepower in this lineup, so you need guys to step up.
It looks like Peterson's using a torpedo barrel bat. We learned last year how many different bats he's used. As that's going to be a called strike, a curveball from Nelson.
It's a beautiful pitch when you're behind in the count, 2-0. And secondary game of his, drops a curveball right in the zone.
Two-one, swung on and fouled away. I mean, he is one big mamma jamma up there. Just looks like a DH.
Got a good buddy, Roddy Tellez. And they can both mash.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on and fouled that fastball away. That's been a little too frequent for Nelson this month. A lot of those four-seamers, like you said, very proud of it. But big leaguers can still time up a fastball. And if it's right down the middle, that's what can run into some problems for Nelson.
Yeah, he needs to move that around. Paint that pitch, you can get him out.
2-2. Ooh, that should have been strike 3. Chad Fairchild.
That's 2. That's 2 to him, I think, that were on the line. Didn't get the call.
Crew chief Bill Miller at first. Roberto Ortiz is at second. Edwin Jimenez is over at third. Full count. Nelson ready.
2 outs, nobody on. The 3-2 pitch. Peterson tried to check his swing. He could not. Down on strikes. The inning is over. And for Ryan Nelson, he strikes out 2 in a 1-2-3 top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Rangers nothing. And the D-backs.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool. 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
And health screenings a top priority in my life and for my family. Planning ahead helps keep all of us healthy. Dignity Health's primary care providers help you coordinate your family's care, including annual physicals, screenings, and immunizations. So keep your home team healthy. Find a provider and schedule an appointment today at dignityhealth.org/DHMG.
Dbacks Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Ketel Marte leads it off, and he takes the first pitch he sees for a called strike from Patrick Corbin. Now the count is 0-1.
Corbin, same kind of guy, but he switches stuff up a little bit. Throws a lot more two-seamers now. Comes in about 91 miles an hour. That one was 93. But still has a really good slider, and he'll throw it a lot.
Now the pitch inside to Ketel.
And that's one of the pitches he's added there. The last one he just threw was a cut fastball. He'll try to get in on righties on that one. Throws that about 23% of the time. Not much of a changeup or really the curveball as much as those 2 pitches.
And now that one is going to miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. Marte, 23 homers, 60 RBIs on the year. On the road trip was okay, as that is just outside for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. He was 6 for 19, but he had no extra base hits, and that is very un-Ketel-like. Did get on base with 4 walks and a couple of hit by pitches.
And a bunt.
3-1. There's a swing and an extra base hit. High and deep, out towards left, just like that. It's 1-0 Diamondbacks. Into cold beers and cheeseburgers, just an absolute nuke. What a start for Ketel and this Diamondback offense.
441 feet, and that ball was jolted out of here. My goodness, that was a long shot. That'll get the offense going.
And with that trip around the diamond, stop by any Daniels Jewelers and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream. Now swinging is Perdomo. He sends a deep drive to left. Langford looks. There it goes. Back-to-back pitches, back-to-back bombs. Perdomo's 16th, and it's 2-0 in the bottom of the first.
You sure this isn't 4th of July? I mean, another just shot. That one just jumped right off his barrel, just shot out of here. Just a line drive.
And from our good friends at Daniels Jewelers, with that trip around the diamond, stop by Daniels Jewelers and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream. And now here is Carroll.
What a great start.
First pitch, just outside for ball one. For Corbin on the year, that is his 19th and 20th home run of the season, kind of the similar pace of which he had last year in his final year with Washington. As this 1-0 pitch is on the outer third. Corbin leads the National League in extra base hits. He's got 72 of them as the 1-1 is swung on and a glancing grounder foul first base side will make it 1-2.
Corbin has had a very difficult time, obviously, with the first time through the order. That's the 11th home run that he has given up the first time through.
The 1-2 and a good take that time. Corbin tried the slider, but he missed low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. 2-0 D-backs, nobody out after back-to-back homers by Marte and Perdomo. As a 2-2. Swung on. That is a high, deep drive to left. Come on, baby. Get up and caught at the wall by Langford.
Yeah, I thought he had it too. It just faded a little bit right in front of the D-backs bullpen, and Langford actually did a nice job tracking that ball down.
Well, Marte's home run was our first hit of the game, presented by New Vision Auto Glass. New Vision and the Arizona Diamondbacks Foundation are teaming up to donate funds to veterans with every hit this season as part of the Hits for Heroes program. Here's Gurriel. First pitch swings, hits a soft liner to third, and on a knee, it is Josh Young who makes the catch. 2 down.
Well, everybody's really been seeing the ball well here off Corbin in this first inning. And even that was a line drive. It wasn't hit that hard, but he was still on that ball.
I think after those first couple of swings by Marte and Perdomo, there was a fight that broke out in the bat rack. Guys trying to get up there and get some ABs. Here is Alexander getting the start in center field. And the first pitch is a called strike. Slider from Patrick Corbin. It's 0-1. As we mentioned in the open, Blaze had a tremendous road trip in Milwaukee and Los Angeles. As this one in on his kitchen, swings and fouls it back. And he is now behind 0-2.
Corbin's going to have to crowd those righties inside or they're going to have a field day with him. And that was the cutter, and he needs that pitch against this lineup. If he doesn't have that pitch, I mean, these guys are going to tee off.
2-0 Snakes, 2 outs, the 0-2 pitch. And Blaze takes, just high. I think Corbin wanted strike 3. It did show to be a little bit upstairs. And that is a pitch that Alexander can be susceptible to. He goes after the high heater. The 1-2. Low and inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was up at 94.
Yeah, he's throwing a little bit harder than his average velocity for the year. Little juiced up.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Good off speed pitch. He swung right over the top. The inning is over. So Corbin strikes out 1, but the D-backs tag 2. Back-to-back homers by Marte and Perdomo send us to the second. It's 2-0 Diamondbacks on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
La sopita en polvo con el mejor sabor. Tú y Maggie, el secreto del sabor dominicano.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
D-backs skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
As we make our way back for the top of the second, D-backs have a 2-0 lead, and a very nice tribute video was just played for now Rangers starting pitcher Merrill Kelly, who of course had many wonderful moments for the Diamondbacks. And unfortunately, the first half did not go the way that the Diamondbacks players, coaches, front office were expecting. It forced them to be sellers, and Merrill, mainstay Merrill, once again having an outstanding year. Was highly sought after by Texas, gave up a couple of really good pitching prospects, and well, he's been a big part of what's been a really nice run of form as of late for Texas. Again, winners in 9 of their last 11. His first pitch, Garcia, serves a line drive to right, and it's right at Corbin Carroll, who on the logo of his jersey makes the catch.
It's a good guy to get out there. One pitch, line drive right to Corbin. Yeah, Merrill really has some fantastic moments with the D-backs. You know, and he's had some really good outings with the Rangers, too. He's kind of keeping them in this race.
D-backs will not see Merrill Kelly in this series. Here's Rowdy Tellez, 1 out, nobody on. And the first pitch from Ryan Nelson, taken for a called strike. D-backs are also missing Jacob deGrom. You could also add Nathan Eovaldi to that list, but he's got a rotator cuff strain. He'll miss the rest of the regular season. He was their statistically best pitcher this year. That's a huge loss.
Big loss, yes.
Here's the 0-1, and that's inside. They will also be without Marcus Semien for the rest of the year. He's got a fractured foot. Now, I know Semien wasn't having the most stellar offensive seasons, but you want to talk about leadership in that clubhouse. 1 to throw, Nelson winds, and is 1-1. Tellez geared up for a fastball, swung through a curve. And the count 1-2.
Beautiful pitch. Boy, right at the right time also. Really got him to chase that one.
The D-backs will also miss Corey Seager for these 3 days, who was out for an indefinite amount of time after undergoing an appendectomy.
I don't feel bad about missing any of those guys.
1-2. Weekly hit just to the left of the mound. Tellez going to try and beat it out. Lawler's throw on the run. Nice stretch by Locklear. Not the most accurate of throws, but Lawler was charging and throwing on the run, and somehow they get the out.
Just a little chopper that Nelson couldn't get to. A glove, and then a quick flip, and a strong throw over across the diamond to get him.
That's a really nice stretch. Moving his foot towards the corner. And now 2 down. Here is Josh Young. 2 outs, nobody on. And Young, check swing, deflects it foul. 0-1 the count. Talking Stick Resort Playcation is back. Stay and play with rates as low as $129. Here's the 0-1. And Young takes a strike. Fastball in the inner third. It's 0-2. Two 2-0. Diamondbacks have the lead in the second. And Nelson rears back and fires as Young sends a fly to right. It's playable as Carroll, moving to his left, will reach up and make the catch. And for the second straight inning, Nelson retires the side in order, this time in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. It is the D-backs 2.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Discoveries have impacted millions of lives globally, moving science forward with the hope, passion, and speed every diagnosis deserves for a cancer-free future. City of Hope Phoenix. pursuing cancer cures at the speed of life.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
2-0 D-backs. Chris Garagiola alongside Tom Candiotti. Gabby Moreno leads off the bottom of the second. First pitch from Patrick Corbin is cutter right down the middle for a called strike. With the 2-0 lead, the D-backs are safe at home with Blue Sky Pest Control, the official pest control provider for the Arizona Diamondbacks in Chase Field. Well, there's a large swing and a miss by Moreno. Change-up fooled him.
And of course, Gabby, he hasn't been swinging like the Gabby from the first part of the year where he's just getting those base hits to right field. I mean, he's been really airing it out. He's really trying to do some damage at the plate. That's why you're seeing the big swings.
It'll be Moreno, Vargas, and Locklear. Corbin is ready. Here's the 0-2. And Moreno takes in the dirt. It's going to be a lot of that. Cutters out and in, same with the two-seamer. And then a lot of changeups and sliders. They're going to be just towards the bottom of the zone. Obviously, Corbin doesn't have the stuff to overpower guys anymore, as that one is high and away. And so he really has to lean on expertise and sequencing.
Yeah, sequencing and really location. Really got to be good with his location in order to be successful.
2-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball to short, backhanded nicely by Smith. And calmly throws to first in time. One down, here's Ildemaro Vargas.
Boy, Vargas hit a big home run in L.A. Really let that one go. Of course, hitting from the left side when he hit that one. Being a switch hitter, he'll be hitting from the right side now.
Diamondbacks really hung well against the Dodgers, and they withstood some tremendous starting pitching that Los Angeles brought to the table. First pitch, Vargas, that is going to miss low. 1 ball and no strikes. And not as a form of disrespect, but the rotation that the Rangers will put out is going to be inferior compared to Snell, Glasnow, and Yamamoto. But the approach can't be the same.
I think a lot of times that just changes depending on the pitcher and what your game plan is against him. Just important to have that game plan.
Called strike on Vargas. It's 2-1. You know, we saw really patient approaches. Not that you should be reckless, but as we saw in the first inning, much more aggressive early against a guy like Corbin. As there's a chopper towards third, fair ball, reaching down and backhanding it is Young. An inaccurate throw to first, but Tellez with nice footwork and a good pick. That's going to be out number 2.
Just beat it on the ground, trying to shoot it down the line, but Young gets it. Not a real good throw, like you said, but pretty good footwork. Tellez is as big as he is. You know, he's really good around the bag.
Here is Tyler Locklear. And the pitch to him is taken for a strike.
Tyler hitting a .155. He does have 2 home runs.
The 0-1. And takes just outside. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tough road trip for him. 0 for 16. Did have a walk.
He's one guy who's really happy to get home. Let's see if he can do some Chase Field magic.
Swung on. That is lifted high out towards left center field. Long run for Hellman, going back to the track, to the wall. Home run, Tyler Locklear. Third of the night for the Diamondbacks, and their lead is 3.
Oh, he got a slider, and it was a little bit on the outside part of the plate, but up in the zone, and he just got enough of that ball and really uses to get it out here. And you know how good that's got to feel.
And with that trip around the diamond, stop by any Daniels Jewelers and say home run for your free team bracelet, $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream. All you need is a Lawler home run, and this is the perfect start here to the homestand. First
it would be.
And a strike called on Lawler. The count is 0-1.
3 home runs the first time through. We still have a batter to go.
Feel like the auctioneer. Do I hear 4? The 0-1. Big swing and a foul. Corbin trying to work those cutters down and into Lawler. And Lawler behind 0-2.
Lawler wasn't trying to get a base hit with that swing. Let's see if he can put the barrel on the ball here.
The base hit is one of the things he is lacking this year. He is 0 for 27 in 2025 at the big league level. Corbin is ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Lawler takes in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Two outs, base is empty.
You know, Lawler took some good swings in L.A. too. I know he's been hitless, but it looked like he was seeing the ball much, much better in Los Angeles.
I'm sure we'll talk more about this in subsequent Lawler at bats. 2 outs in the inning as the 1-2 pitch is too high. But you almost have to pick new measuring points, because if you just look at the 0 for 27, that is an anchor that will weigh you down. But if you just say, all right, let's measure your at-bats starting with the homestand. You're 0 for 0 this year.
Have a good series.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Change up, well thrown, gets the strikeout. The inning is over. But Tyler Locklear's 3rd round tripper of the year sends us to the 3rd. It's D-backs 3, Rangers 0 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
Don't miss exclusive conversations.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Host the Boston Red Sox for a 3-game series starting September 5th at Chase Field. Get your tickets now at dbacks.com.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
D-backs fans score big game day meals at Fry's with savings beyond low prices, including digital coupons worth over $600 each week. Fry's, fresh for everyone. The catcher, Kyle Higashioka, will lead off for the Rangers. Ryan Nelson and company have a 3-0 lead. And the first one to Higashioka is taken for a strike. Bit of a tough go for the Rangers today. They were supposed to get into Phoenix at a reasonable time last night. But as the story goes, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Higashioka behind 0-2. They were literally Chris Traeger-esque, about to take off. They were speeding up, and then the pilot slowed down, minor mechanical issue, and they could not get another flight that night as the 0-2 was in the dirt. So they were in Sacramento. They booked a new hotel in Sacramento. They spent the night, and then they flew out this morning at about 9:30. Good thing for the Rangers, it's a short trip. They got in a little past 11, so I'm told.
It's like AAA travel.
1-2. Breaking ball. That is served into right center field, and Carroll can't reach it. That's going to be down for a leadoff base hit.
rarely do you see that a team, because of whatever, has to spend another night in that city. But imagine being on a plane and it's speeding up to take off, then all of a sudden the engines go down low. That'd be a little scary.
Good thing you have a pilot that didn't go, what's the worst that could happen? Here's Cody Freeman. Right-handed hitter, first pitch, and he takes a little bit downstairs for ball one. Freeman, who was called up in the middle of August, on the year is hitting just 189. Does have a homer, came against the Guardians, as this pitch is taken for a strike.
Well, he is really choked up on the bat also. Clearly about an inch or so, maybe more.
24-year-old from Pomona, drafted by the Rangers in 2019, a fourth rounder out of high school in Rancho Cucamonga. This is just his 15th major league game. One on, nobody out. D-backs lead 3-0 in the third. And the 1-1 swung on, that is hammered out towards deep left field. Gurriel giving a courtesy look, but that thing is gone. And all of a sudden, Cody Freeman's second home run of the season has brought the Rangers right back. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Well, he really got short and quick to that ball, too. It was a little bit on the inside third of the plate. Pretty good velocity on it. He just turned it.
For Nelson, it's his fourth home run allowed this month. That matches his total of 4 homers in July for the most of any month. Actually, it's September 1st. I'll take that back. First of the month. Here's the pitch. And taking a strike now is Michael Hellman. 0-1 the count. Speaking of September 1st, the roster's expanded. The D-backs 2 moves. Jorge Barrosa was recalled from AAA Reno. The D-backs reinstated Ryan Thompson from the injured list. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, ground ball. Oh, it ricochets off the leg of Nelson. Pinballs to Lawler at third. Throws to first, and that's in time for the out. Well, not your standard 1-5-3 putout, but the D-backs will take it. And hopefully Nelson's all right. He seems to be in some discomfort.
Yeah, that hit him pretty hard. In fact, it ricocheted 90 degrees over to Lawler, who made a great play. But anytime the ball hits a pitcher down on the lower leg, that looked like on the left shin area, maybe to the side of the shin, but got him good. That's his plant leg.
Plant leg's
ouch.
Pretty important.
Yes, because you're putting all the weight on it when that ball hit it.
I mean, he might get a good old shin burger from that one.
Oh, without a doubt. He's trying to get some feeling back in it right now.
And he's too important to push through and potentially worsen the injury. D-backs do have a couple of long guys available should they be needed. I mean, this is a pretty lengthy conversation between pitcher and trainer. And look, maybe he's just trying to get some of the pain out of his leg. He made a real stinger.
And maybe a little of the feeling back, too, because initially when you get a blow like that, it goes a little bit numb. So you're trying to get that blood flow back in there, but that's going to swell up as this game goes on.
Well, Candy, what's changed for Nelson? He was 6 up, 6 down through the first 2 innings. He had 2 strikeouts, and then all of a sudden, the Rangers in the third have gone blistered base hit by Higashioka, home run by Freeman, and another well-struck ball by Michael Hellman that resulted in a pinball out.
Yeah, I mean, they've had 3 good at-bats. Higashioka comes in with some decent numbers. I mean, 2 for 4 against them in his career. So and he's a tough hitter anyway. But I wasn't sure about, how Freeman was going to attack him or how he was going to attack Freeman other than throw a fastball. And, he was quick on it. We noticed how he was choked up on the barrel or on the bat, and he got the barrel of the ball to it.
Well, Nelson, one tough customer. He's going to stay in this game. But I wonder now if pitch count isn't so much an issue, and if it's going to be a 5-and-fly kind of day, if Nelson can get through 5 innings and then have him have some immediate treatment on that leg. Here's the shortstop, Smith. And the first pitch, swing and a miss. Obviously, the injury to Corey Seager hurts a ton because of his offense. But with his injury history, Smith was getting a lot of starts at shortstop with Seager serving as the DH.
You know, he's a good contact hitter. He sprays the ball around. He could do a number of things for you. You can steal a base if you want him to.
Curveball swung on and fouled. And now Smith behind 0-2.
He's one of those guys that could be a really good utility player. You can move him around in the lineup. You could hit him, down towards the bottom. You could hit him at the top, as Bruce Bochy is doing now. Not going to give you the power of Seager, but he can still hit the ball.
0-2. And the breaking ball, check swing held. That's what our third base umpire Edwin Jimenez says. And it's now a ball and 2 strikes.
Probably a good call right there. It was close. Good curveball by Nelson, though.
There's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Classic. High fastball. Got him to climb the ladder. And with that high rising heater of his, Smith had no chance.
Yeah, a great combination of pitches. How one pitch sets up another. The curveball in the dirt on 0-2. Comes back on the 1-2 count with a high four-seamer and just easily punches him out.
Now, this is Nelson's second start this year against the Rangers. If you remember, this was the game where Nelson was kind of cruising along as Langford takes a strike. And the Diamondbacks wanted to push him a little bit with his pitch count. They allowed him to pitch into the 6th. He gave up 3 hits in a row, mound visit, didn't make a pitching change. It ultimately brought up Wyatt Langford with a couple guys on base. As this 0-1 is swung on and fouled back. And Langford behind 0-2. And Torey Lovello described what happened next as a little bit of a lack of creativity. Nelson threw four-seamer after four-seamer after four-seamer. And Langford eventually picked one out and popped it out for a 3-run homer. And that was a game the D-backs went on to lose 7-6. As there's a swing and a high deep drive out towards left field. Gurriel is back right against the fence, and he reaches up and makes the catch. That ball traveled 374 feet. Langford needed to go 375. However, the Rangers score twice, and we go to the bottom of the third. It's now a 3-2.
La sopita en polvo con el mejor sabor. Tú y Maggie, el secreto del sabor dominicano.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
You know, in Boston, every now and then, you'll do those throwback days where you bring out the big baggy jerseys, and the baggier, the better. When I broke into the league, everybody was wearing really baggy pants, and then as the years go along, I started wearing these skinny, mini, tight pants that looked like they were painted on. So by the time I was with Boston, I really wanted to wear the baggier, the better. We just wanted to be flying around in the outfield there, having a good time.
APS.com/brighter.
Daniels Jewelers is the official sponsor of the trip around the diamond. Stop by any Daniels locations and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. And at Daniels Jewelers, everyone is approved for credit. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream.
D-back skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, we go to the bottom of the third, and Ketel Marte leads it off. First pitch, and Ketel takes a strike. Top 3 hitters, Marte, Perdomo, and Carroll. Marte and Perdomo each homered their first time up. The 0-1 is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. D-backs 3, Rangers 2.
Second time through. Let's see if we can do a little bit more damage.
One pitch low and in. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think Corbin knows that he's going to have to live on the edges with Marte, or even off the edges. Over the plate is going to have a field day.
And now that pitch missing low for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. When you look at the career of Patrick Corbin, there appears to be 3 volumes of the story. Here's a 3-1 pitch. And Cattell takes a strike. It's now 3-2. The first volume is his 6 years, his 54 starts, and his almost 1,000 innings pitched with the Diamondbacks. And he was a very, very good left-handed pitcher. ERA under 4 in those 6 seasons as the 3-2.
The National Weather Service in Phoenix has issued a flash flood warning for Maricopa County in south central Arizona until 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. At 5:47 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 1 and 1.5 inches of rain have fallen. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard, life-threatening flash flooding. Thunderstorms producing flash flooding. Source, radar. Impact, life-threatening flash flooding of creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Rio Verde. This includes the following streams and drainages: Indian Spring Wash, Verde River, and Camp Creek. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Flooding is occurring or is imminent. It is important to know where you are relative to streams, rivers, or creeks, which can become killers in heavy rains. Campers and hikers should avoid streams or creeks. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for the following county: Maricopa, Arizona.
After the World Series, and particularly after COVID, statistically, he was an overwhelmingly negative player for the Nationals. He led the majors in losses in 21 and 22. He led the majors in hits allowed in 22 and 24. And he led the entire major leagues in earned runs in 3 of his 6 seasons. As this is grounded to first by Tellez. Carroll is out on a 3 unassisted. And for Patrick Corbin, it's a 1-2-3. Bottom of the 3rd, we go to the 4th. D-backs right now leading 3-2 over the Rangers. Morgan to Morgan, D-backs.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
And $50 off any $99 purchase. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball to get your voucher. That's danielsjewelers.com/baseball. You can redeem at any of the 100 Daniels Jewelers stores nationwide. Own the dream with Daniels Jewelers.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, Jock Peterson will lead off the top of the 4th inning. D-backs lead the Rangers 3-2. And Peterson swung for the downs on the first pitch. Came up empty. The count 0-1.
He did want to get cheated with that swing. Tried to guess fastball, got it, but he was not on it.
This Friday, enjoy a free post-game concert featuring Flo Rida, presented by Coors Light Bird's Nest. Visit dbacks.com/Flo Rida for concert field passes to see the show from the field. Now this one to Peterson, swung on and fouled back. And the count now is 0-2. It'll be Peterson, Garcia, and Tellez. 0-2. And just off the corner.
Boy, I made a good pitch. That is an excellent 0-2 pitch.
There have been 5 combined hits in this game. 4 of those 5 hits have been home runs. The wind of the 1-2 is taken inside, 2-2.
Again, staying hard stuff on him. If he drops that curveball just below the strike zone, he might get a swing and miss here.
Two-two pitch, curveball. Oh, he took a big swing like he knew it was coming. And fouled it away, did Peterson. Still 2-2.
That ball was middle to the top of the zone. Yeah, that was kind of a hanger.
I mentioned before Peterson having a much, much better month of August as a 2-2 as this is swung on and hit in the air to left. And Gurriel back maybe a couple paces will make the catch. Well, so far his September has not quite started the way that August finished. He is 0 for 2 and well, with one out here is Adolis Garcia.
Well, first time up, Garcia tried to shoot him to right field, hit a line drive to Carroll.
Big, strong right-handed hitter. First pitch, huge swing and a curveball, and just hit a little bouncer foul.
Garcia used to be like a really dynamic player when he really had his running game going. Doesn't really run that much, more of a guy that will pick his spots. Always been able to strike him out quite a bit.
Ooh, fastball up and in. It got Garcia off the plate quick. Now the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Garcia is 32 years old. And that one is too high. 2 balls and 1 strike. He'll be going into arbitration at the end of this year, and then he'll be a free agent after next season. But he'll be a free agent at 34. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball, hard hit, 1 hopper to short, backhanded by Perdomo, and his throw to first is in time. 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning, and let's pause 10 seconds for station ID in the Morgan & Morgan D-Backs Radio Network.
KMBP FM Phoenix.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
On the Arizona Sports app and on 98.7.
At Dignity Health, our team of orthopedic experts can help keep you in motion. Don't let joint pain put your life on pause. Visit dignityhealth.org/AZ Ortho to learn more. Now Rowdy Tellez goes after the first pitch and deflects it to the backstop.
He chased the ball. Looked like it was about 8 inches above the strike zone. That's when you know a guy is just in swing mode.
Here's the 0-1. Inside. Should we call that the nailer?
The cut fastball made him jackknife.
Naylor loved that fastball up out of the zone.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike on Tellez, who grounded out his first time up. Kind of cued it towards third. Now he swings and lifts it in the air, foul left side. Tellez behind, a ball and 2 strikes. 52 pitches thrown by Nelson, and for the most part, has thrown the ball really well. Just a bit of a hiccup in the third. A lot of hard contact, almost a couple homers allowed. As 1-2. Curveball in the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Almost got him to go fishing on that curveball. That was a nice one. Trying to guess he's probably going to go upstairs again with that high 4-seamer.
And now the 2-2 pitch. Another curveball. Good take by Tellez.
Trying to double up on it, but Tellez looked like he saw that ball really well.
3-2 the count. Bases empty, 2 down, 3-2 Diamondbacks. Nelson is ready. His payoff pitch is swung on and missed. Tripled up on the curveball. And that's going to be strikeout number 4. A spotless fourth sends us to the bottom of this inning, where the D-backs trying to add to their 3-2 lead right after this.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. Be cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you, Tank.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
Come to learn more.
Forks up for ASU night at Chase Field on September 2nd. This special event ticket pack includes a lower level ticket and a co-branded ASU cap. Visit dbacks.com/ASU.
D-backs Front Office Focus. Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Lourdes Gurriel Jr. swings at the first pitch and grounds it foul, third base side. It'll be Gurriel, Alexander, and Moreno in this bottom of the fourth. We just got a couple unfortunate tidbits from our very own Steve Zinsmeister a moment ago. Shelby Miller left his relief appearance against the Brewers without recording an out. And Adam McCalvey, as this one is one-hopped to third. Young has it and throws to first in time. Adam McCalvey, who covers the Brewers for MLB.com, reporting that Miller told his manager that he felt something in his elbow pop after throwing a pitch. And that is usually a very ominous sign, particularly for a guy at his age, mid-30s. Also, Bob Nightingale reporting that all-star reliever Jason Adam for the San Diego Padres had to be carted off the field today, as that pitch is outside to Alexander. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Padres defeated the Giants 4-1 today, but at what cost? Here's the 1-0. Hard hit ball, third base side foul, and the count on Blaze even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So
yeah, he's been a mainstay in that bullpen.
Well, we're calling them the 4 horsemen. When you look at Adrian Morhone, Jason Adam, that was a swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Alexander behind 1 and 2. Jeremiah Estrada, Robert Suarez, and then they added the 5th horseman of the apocalypse, and Mason Miller.
They got the 5 horsemen.
Well, certainly hoping for both of those guys. The injuries are not too significant, though. To be frank, the news doesn't sound all that great. 3-2 D-backs. Here's the 1-2. And strike three called by Chad Fairchild. The D-backs don't get the borderline calls, and then Patrick Corbin gets just an absolute steal to strike.
Well, what makes it worse about this is it wasn't even a fastball. It was a cutter. I mean, that's like a flat slider. That far above the strike zone, and he gets the call.
And to Blaze's credit, didn't argue, even though he had one. Just went back to the dugout. Here's Moreno. And the first pitch he sees is right down the middle for a strike. Well, Patrick Corbin has 4 strikeouts. More importantly, since the home run to Locklear, as the 0-1 swung on and fouled. Well, that might have got Fairchild, maybe in the shoulder. Both catcher and hitter checking in on the home plate umpire. Higashioka talking things over like, hey, if you need a minute, you always give me one, I'll give you one right back. But what I was going to say, since the home run, Corbin's retired 6 Diamondbacks in a row, including 3 strikeouts. There's the 0-2. Just got a piece to Moreno.
Two-seamer up and away. Yeah, he just got a piece of it. But not only did he the 6 in a row, but he's throwing the ball much more with a lot of authority over the last 6 hitters.
The 0-2. There really is a rhythm, particularly as a starting pitcher, when you start to find that groove, when you're hitting your spots, when you hear the pop of the catcher's mitt on a fastball that feels good out of the hand. 1-2 in the dirt. And you can see, I bet if you were to time Corbin's times between pitches, they're almost identical. That's how much of a dance he's almost in right now.
Sometimes the first 10 to 20 pitches from a starter can be really difficult.
2-2, ground ball right side. There's Cody Freeman, and he will throw to first. That is going to be the second consecutive 1-2-3 inning turned in by Patrick Corbin. And we go to the 5th. D-backs 3, Rangers 2 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
I'm helping these kids be the best versions of themselves, and I'm also representing like where I came from. And in the Zilla team, I was working with a creative guy that was with Nike. I work with my best friend who manages this team with me, and we kind of just like put together like what we think would look cool. We went like Godzilla theme. You kind of get to help them grow up into a young man and help them just make the right steps forward, and that's really why I started it, to have impact.
Joins Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30. Never miss another D-backs conversation when you subscribe to the Arizona Sports YouTube channel, Arizona Sports 98.7, and the Arizona Sports app, the home of Arizona Diamondbacks baseball.
D-backs skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Injuries can come out of left field. If you've been injured in an accident, call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud sponsor of the Arizona Diamondbacks. 3-2 D-backs. Well, the offense has gone quiet for the D-backs over the last 3 innings. And here is Josh Young to start this fifth. It'll be Young, Higashioka, and Freeman, 6, 7, 8. And if anybody reaches, Michael Hellman will come up. Ryan Nelson sitting at 55 pitches, ready for action. And his first one to Young at the bottom, actually below the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Here's the one of the 0-1 pitch. And too high that time. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Young, his first time up with a fly out to right. 1-1 pitch. Takes inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
No walks here. Make sure you keep yourself even or ahead in the count. You're towards the bottom of the order.
Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul. Really well located four-seamer. Up and in. Would have been called a strike, but that thing was right in the corner. And it's now 2-2.
Yeah, big, gigantic swing also by Young.
Here's a 2-2. Swung on. Jam pop up, and that's going to fall into shallow left center field as Young just muscled it beyond Perdomo. And that'll be a leadoff base hit.
Well, that's kind of frustrating for a pitcher. That was not even a strike. It was up, it was in, and he swings anyway and just bloops it into short center field.
Here is Higashioka, who singled his first time up. And the first pitch here is on the corner for a strike. I just saw some video footage of the Jason Adam injury. Non-contact. Those are sometimes the worst kind. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It was right after he threw a pitch and he went to land. Just a bit of an awkward landing on his plant leg, and his knee just gave out. And he was just down in a heap holding his left leg. Here's the 0-2. And there's a swing and a foul. Also said they were playing the Giants. That was 2.5 weeks ago. They're playing the Orioles today. I was looking at Ryan Nelson's last start against the Rangers. The Padres happen to be playing the Giants on that day, so apologies for the confusion. Right now, Baltimore, last I checked, had a 4-3 lead. 0-2. And a check swing on a ball in the dirt will make it 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Not a bad pitch, especially for 0-2. Almost got him to chase on that.
And you mentioned in limited sample size, Higashioka, some decent numbers against Nelson this year.
Yeah, he's got 3 hits against him. I think only 5 at bats.
1-2, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. The ball, however, gets away from Moreno. First base was occupied at the time, so it is a strikeout. No need to throw to first. And Young moves into scoring position on the wild pitch. And there's 1 down for Cody Freeman.
Another curveball. He almost got him to bite on it before. He got him to bite on this one. Hit right behind the plate. Clearly a ball that Gabby should have been able to block. I mean, it squirted away from him.
Freeman just clubbed one out of here his first time up. Short, compact stroke to the ball.
He is. He chokes up on the bat. Trying to give himself a little bit more back control.
And a first pitch, he swings and fouls it. It's an interesting batting sense. First of all, Freeman's not all that imposing of a figure. He's only listed at 5'8", 180 pounds. But his right elbow is almost pointed way in the air, and he's resting the bat on his back shoulder. It's like he's wrapping the bat, which is one thing you're almost taught in high school not to do. because it takes longer to get to the path of the ball. And now the pitch is in the dirt. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, just judging from the first at bat, the swing that he took, it's not a big wild swing. It's short and quick.
Know thyself. Runner at second. 1 out. The 1-1 curveball's in the dirt. It's now 2 balls and a strike.
A lot of curveballs in a row now.
Perhaps Nelson is a little gun shy after seeing that home run launched out of here by Freeman his first time up. D-backs at the time were leading 3-0. And then the homer made it our current score of 3-2. Right hander ready. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Way too high. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. He is pitching with some extreme caution here to Freeman.
It doesn't look like he's having any issues with his lower left leg after being struck with that ball.
3-1. And that's too high. Ball 4. He walked him. He'll set up a force at any base. And here is the 9-hitter after the first walk issued tonight by Ryan Nelson. Here comes Brian Kaplan.
I'm going to double check on him, I think. Make sure he's feeling okay.
I mean, the inning started innocuously enough. Young, I think it's fair to say, a little bit fortunate with that base hit. Only hit it 65 miles an hour off the bat on an up and in heater. And then he struck out Higashioka, but just the way that those pitches were thrown, where they were located, it looked like he wanted nothing to do with Cody Freeman.
It's like he was having a difficult time trying to read his swing and how to attack him. Normally, the first time you're really facing a guy, the advantage really is all to the pitcher. Especially when you have the kind of stuff that Nelly has.
First and second, 1 out. Right-handed hitter Michael Hellman goes after the first pitch, pops it up. Should be the infield fly rule, as Cattell will call off Locklear. There's the sign from Bill Miller. And there's 2 down. Love that 1 pitch, 1 out. And if you're a pitching coach, it makes you feel like a genius after a mound visit.
It certainly does. Just throw that pitch, get it out.
Looks at his manager. I told him to do that. Top of the order now, it's Josh Smith. Smith is 0 for 2. D-backs lead this opener 3-2. D-backs went 4-3 on this previous road trip. In case you missed out on some of the action, lost the first 2 games to the Brewers and then bounced back to win the next 2. As this pitch is outside to Smith. They would extend that winning streak to 4 games before dropping the finale, including snapping a 4-game winning streak of the Dodgers by winning the opener. But now, 1st of September, as the 1-0 pitch, and Smith takes a strike. There are 4 weeks left in the season. And the terminology that we've been hearing and we've been using, the Diamondbacks cannot have a losing week between now and the rest of the year. They have to win more games than they lose for the entire month. And it still might not be enough.
It might not be, and that's why you need to sweep some of the series. And we were kind of picking this one out. This would be a good one to sweep here.
Strike called to Smith, 97 on the edge.
I mean, you're missing DeGrom, you're missing Merrill Kelly. Those are their 2 best pitchers going right now.
No Evaldi due to injury, no Seager, no Semien. Right now the lead is 1. And the 1-2, Smith. Swing and a foul tip. It is held on by Moreno. He is down on strikes. And a big-time strikeout for Nelson as he strands a pair. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Halftime in the desert. Right now, the D-backs lead Texas 3-2. Back after this.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Visit avnet.com to learn more.
Your Arizona Diamondbacks host the Boston Red Sox for a 3-game series starting September 5th at Chase Field. Get your tickets now at Dbacks.com.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Navarro Vargas will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Vargas, Locklear, and Lawler. Their first pitch, a tough strike on Vargas to make the count 0-1.
Time for this offense to kick it in again. Corbin's got himself on a mini roll right now.
This one is swung on. That is fouled back. And they count now on Vargas at 0-2. It looked like in the beginning of this game that Patrick Corbin was not going to be able to get anybody out. And here he is, 4 innings, 3 runs allowed. He has struck out 4. All in all, he's been pretty good. The 0-2 is swung on and again fouled back.
Really starting to use that cut fastball a lot. Getting in on the righty's hands. Looks like it's a little bit more effective than a slider right now.
The 0-2 swing and a miss. That's just good pitching by Corbin. Got him in swing mode and then dropped it in a spot where Vargas couldn't reach it.
That's the whole beauty of pitching ahead in the count. Then you can throw the ball that just breaks out of the strike zone, and you get a lot of swings that way.
Points for D-Backs rewards on game tickets, exclusive merchandise, and more by shopping Coors Light at Fry's Food Stores. Visit frysfood.com/D-Backs for details. Locklear, homer his first time up, takes the first pitch in his second at bat, and he takes it low. Corbin has retired 8 Diamondbacks in a row. As the 1-0, that is a strike. The last hit for the D-Backs was the Locklear homer in the second. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch. Inside out swing. And Locklear fouls it away to the right. It's now 1-2. Corbin ahead in the count once again.
Just utilizing the cut fastball in on the inside part of the plate. Well, he did this to Vargas. Once he got ahead, he threw him the slider down.
1-2. And he went with a fastball high. And now it sets up the breaking ball down. All these pitches trying to be connected to one another, even if they're not all in the strike zone. 2-2 pitch. And that was low.
Yeah, that ball never started over the plate at any juncture. And so when you throw a pitch like that, the hitter can really reject it real quickly.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Corbin is outside, ball 4. He walked him. Nice at bat by Locklear. Remained patient, stubborn to the zone, and he's aboard for the second time.
Yeah, and that ball never came over the plate. The cut fastball, he cast it outside and never made it back to the outside part.
And now here is Jordan Lawler, struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch. Drops a bunt down back to the pitcher. Corbin steps, throws to second. They get the force out. I'm not sure if that was a sign given or if that was done individually, but both idea and execution not exactly sound.
Patrick Corbin is a really good fielding pitcher. He really moves well out there. Got to that ball quickly, made a good throw. And that bunt attempt really had no angle to it.
Just bunted it right back to the pitcher. And now here is Cattell. And Cattell takes low for ball one. Marte 1 for 2 with a homer. D-backs lead it 3-2. This one of 3 games currently in progress in the majors. Here's the 1-0. Instead of stepping to throw to first, Lawler quickly back. By the way, the put out on Locklear 1-4. Corbin's throw was to the second baseman Freeman. 2 outs, a runner at first. And here's the 1-0 from Corbin. Swung on and smashed on the ground, foul. Count on Cattell at 1-1. Other games in progress, as we mentioned, that Orioles-Padres game where Baltimore has a 4-3 lead. They're playing in San Diego. And then the Rays at home against Seattle, 5-0 Tampa Bay lead. 1-1 pitch. Cattell swings and lasers one foul, this time to the right. Rarely does he make soft contact, it feels like, against Patrick Corbin.
Rarely does he not swing with some authority either. That was just kind of a ho-hum swing and fouled it off.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Trying to keep a little 2-out rally going. Corbin at 72 pitches. And his 1-2. In the dirt. What a terrific block made by Higashioka.
Spiked a changeup too. That was well in front of the plate. Higashioka very good behind the plate. Dead in that ball.
Two balls and 2 strikes. There goes the runner. The pitch swung on, drilled on the ground to short. It's right at Smith, who fields it cleanly and throws to first in time. The inning is over. D-backs no runs, hits, a walk and a man left. We have played 5, and the D-backs lead the Rangers 3-2 in the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool. 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1956 with Billy Sorrell.
At 12 News at 10 for the latest developments across the state. Stream D-backs on deck, then catch up on breaking news, weather, and exclusive content. All available anytime on 12 Plus. It's baseball season in Arizona. 12 News, the official broadcast home of your Arizona Diamondbacks.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, it's turned into a pitcher's duel here in the desert. Top of the 6th inning about to get started. And it's Wyatt Langford who leads off. Ryan Nelson's first pitch low and outside. Dbacks got out to a 3-0 lead. A 2-run homer in the third made it 3-2, and that's where we stand now. Langford is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout to very deep left field. Here's the 1-0 from Nelson. Langford swings, drills it out towards left. Gurriel looks up, it's gone. Just missed a homer his last time up. Wasn't going to miss it this time up. And just like that, we're tied at 3.
112 miles an hour off the bat. That ball barely got up in the air. It just a line drive right to the seats. Middle in fastball, and boy, he turned on it.
And this offense has just completely disappeared for the Diamondbacks against Patrick Corbin since the 2nd inning. That is what has certainly allowed the Rangers to get some momentum back. Here is Jock Peterson, and he goes after the first pitch, swings through a high heater. The count is 0-1. Langford's 21st of the year. 3-3 ball game. No balls and a strike. Peterson is 0 for 2. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Same pitch, same result.
Keep it up high, up top. Another 96 above the strike zone.
We've now had 7 hits in this game. Of those 7 hits, 5 have been home runs. 3 for the D-backs, 2 for the Rangers. And now the 0-2. There's a check swing foul.
Same place again.
By the way, that home run for Langford is the first hit for the Rangers 1 through 5 hitters. Oh, 2, swinging a foul.
Usually we're saying that about the bottom of the orders, not the top of the orders.
No. Rangers top 5 are now 1 for 11 with 5 strikeouts and a home run. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3 called.
Not sure what you're looking for, but fastball right down the tube.
And there's one down on Nelson's 7th strikeout. He only got fastballs that entire at bat. Can't say he didn't see it coming. Here's Adolis Garcia. Garcia's 0 for 2. Line out to right. Ground out to short. Big, powerful right-handed hitter. The first pitch is swung on and foul. He's always had, Kenny, such a long swing. And when your bat speed drops even by a mile per hour or 2 with a long swing, that's the difference between catching the ball out in front of the plate and fouling it back like we just saw.
He's always had a lot of swing and miss. Like you said, that's a lot of that's that long swing.
Here's the 0-1. That's going to miss high. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's not quite a Marquise Grissom timing with the hands, but pre-pitch, he sort of rolls his wrist forward, the point of the bat head towards center field, and then starts his swing. There's that 1-1 swing and a miss, a breaking ball. And the count 1-2.
No chance. Geared up for a fastball, got the breaking ball, but he decided to swing anyway.
A wind in the 1-2 is guided foul. Well located fastball from Nelson, who's right at about 86 pitches. Meanwhile, Patrick Corbin has thrown 74. 1 out, nobody on. We're tied at 3. And the 1-2. Tried to check his swing. Did he? Yes. Appeal goes down to first.
Good ideas. Another good curveball, but just a little bit too short.
Here's a 2-2. Swung on. He connected with that one, but still pushed it foul right side. We'll do the 2-2 all over again.
Alexander playing a little bit towards right center. Gurriel playing left field, but very deep. Still kind of opens up a left center field hole.
Well, this one fouled away. And speaking of, I'm not sure Alexander's had a play today in center field.
Hasn't.
What's the adage? The ball always seems to find you. Well,
not tonight.
Can't find Blaze. Where is he? 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, grounded towards third, and nice pickup by Lawler. It's foul. Still look good. Boy, some lightning bolts.
Yeah.
Behind Chase Field. Looks like from the weather apps that storms rolled into town.
And the thunder follows on cue.
You sure that wasn't Adolis Garcia? Here's a 2-2. And that is going to be in the dirt, full count.
Garcia's putting up a pretty tough at bat on him right now.
This is about to be the 10th pitch of the AB. And here's the payoff from Nelson. Swung on, ground ball to short. Tough play. Perdomo has it on a backhand. Garcia running hard, and the throw still in time.
Plenty of time. Nice play by Perdomo, as usual. Going to his right, backhands the ball, surveys the situation, and then comes up and makes a nice, strong throw across the diamond.
City of Hope is revolutionizing cancer care with life-saving speed. Here in the Valley with dedicated experts, targeted treatments, and appointments available in as little as 24 hours. Learn more at cityofhope.org. And now a mound visit as Rowdy Tellez is coming up. 92 pitches thrown by Nelson. Kind of need that rain to stop after this game. My wipers. I'm in need of some new ones. Looks like that ribbon you put on birthday presents. I was just driving by, flapping around on my windshield. Very distracting.
You need to get you a car deal.
I'm just saying, if it's raining, I'm not sure how effective those limp noodles are going to be on my windshield. I have to Ace Ventura it, just roll the window down and drive with my head out of the car. All right, mound visit is over. Bases empty, 2 outs. We're tied at 3 in the 6th. Langford tied at this inning with a solo homer, and Tellez takes a first pitch heater for a strike. Make no mistake, Tellez, he's a big man with a big swing, and we have seen him hit it over the overhang several times in this building. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Tellez takes just a tick upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike the count.
94 pitches now thrown by Nelly.
Here's the 1-1. And there's a strike. 1-2.
Boy, really, when he gets on top of his fastball and really pounds it down, that seems to go about a mile or 2 harder. It's always around 97 at the knees.
Two outs, bases empty. Nelson trying to finish his start on a high note. The 1-2 is just a bit too high. 2-2. Tellez is 0 for 2. And the 2-2 from Nelson is swung on. That's barreled towards left center, slicing away from Blaze. He lunges and makes a diving catch into the gap and saves the day from potential extra bases. Unfortunately, Gurriel is down and is clutching his knee. And what happened to Lourdes?
The only thing I could think of is he was trying to get out of the way, maybe, of Blaze as he was scooting across the outfield, going into his dive. And even Perdomo's out there now. They're waving for help.
Lourdes is clutching his leg with one hand and his head in the other. And he just tried to skip out of the way.
Lourdes must have hit funny, trying to avoid that contact there, because it didn't look like there was any contact.
This is a really concerning sight, as right now Gurriel being consoled by Perdomo, the trainer Max Esposito, Alexander, and now Torey Lovello on his hands and knees trying to say something in his ear as we get one final look.
Yeah, it looked like the left knee, he grabs it immediately, like the kneecap area. I don't think a spike of Blaze caught him. I just think it looked like he was just trying to avoid, running into Blaze.
Well, the joy of a stunning catch has been drained by the concern of Lourdes Gurriel's knee injury. Everyone is off the field except for the uniformed Diamondback personnel checking on Lourdes in left center field.
You're one of the favorite players in the clubhouse, Libra, since you know how to work your charm on and off the field. But your personable desire is underscored by a deep desire to become one of the baseball greats. Even though the season is coming to a close, you can start envisioning your future goals for next year, putting you far ahead of the competition.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
It is a 1933 Gaudi Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's rated higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a pack or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
Safe location.
Did that dog just grab a phone and dial 911?
Gas lines can be buried anywhere, so remember to call 911 and Southwest Gas.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacies, same old bill. But those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in. Cool as can be. Tap GoodRx. Saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
On Friday, September 5th, enjoy a post-game concert featuring Flo Rida, presented by Coors Light Bird's Nest. Get your tickets and VIP field passes today at Dbacks.com.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, the obvious concern for the Diamondbacks and their fans, the health of Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who was just carted off the field. Hard to tell. It looked like a non-contact injury to his left knee, trying to get out of the way of a diving catch by Blaze Alexander. But he went down immediately clutching that knee, and again had to be assisted off the field via the medical cart. And of course, any updates we get on his status during this game, we will provide it. But we likely won't get anything really concrete until tomorrow. But Lord is clearly going to come out of this game. He is due up third in this inning, so it'll be a question of likely Barossa or McCarthy as to who will replace him in left. Right now, McCarthy seems like the obvious choice. But we pick things up right now in the bottom of the sixth, and a very quick reminder that on Friday, September 19th, be sure to stick around after the D-backs Phillies matchup and enjoy an 80s-themed post-game fireworks show presented by our friends over at SeatGeek. Get your tickets now by going to dbacks.com. D-backs and Rangers tied at 3. Patrick Corbin back to work and facing Perdomo. That's a first pitch strike. A slider that time at 77 miles an hour.
Let's hit the D-backs now. This offense, they need to get rolling here.
The 0-1 is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. They really need to get something going. They have not had a base runner since the walk by Locklear. They haven't had a base hit since the home run by Locklear, coming in the 5th inning and the 2nd inning, respectively. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. Chris Garagiola alongside Tom Candiotti. Nobody's up in the bullpen right now for the Diamondbacks. Thompson was throwing as the 2-1 pitch. Swung on that, is popped up on the left side of the infield. Foul territory. And Josh Young reaches up, makes the catch by the third base coach's box. And there is 1 down.
One of the few changeups that Corbin does throw. And he got Perdomo to pop it up.
This offense has gone completely dormant for the Diamondbacks since the 2nd inning.
1 walk, that's been it.
And all 3 of the Diamondback hits have been solo homers. First pitch, Carroll, and he takes low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Young has to play in on the grass. The threat of a potential bunt. And it is Barossa who's on the on-deck circle as there's a called strike. Corbin dropped a heater in there at 93. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Carroll, swing and a miss on the follow-through, just nailed Higashioka.
It almost looked like that got him in the back of the head.
Carroll has that long one-handed follow-through and
top of the head.
Yeah. Of course, a lot of those 2-piece helmets that catchers wear today, much thinner, almost look like the ones that the third base coaches wear and the first base coaches. Here's the 1-2. Low and outside. Good take by Carroll. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count.
If I was a catcher, I would have the thickest helmet made possible. We see that happen quite a bit. The follow through on hitters. Bat comes back and hits him in the head.
2-2, swinging a foul. You know, again, when ABS comes into play, I'm going to be so curious. You know, framing will still be important because you can't just challenge every pitch. But with the ability to have replay, if you have a catcher that knows what a strike is and what a strike isn't, framing does kind of become less important if you think about it. Base is empty, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. We're tied at 3. The 2-2 pitch to Corbin Carroll is swung on, line to left, and that's going to get down for a much-needed base hit.
Corbin Carroll just getting better and better and better. Love it when he just takes this ball the other way. A cut fastball, maybe a slider that was up, but that's all he tried to do. Watch a swing, just trying to shoot it the other way, and he gets himself a base knock.
Well, let's see how aggressive Corbin Carroll is on the bases. Jorge Barossa is indeed going to pinch hit. the 6th inning. 1 on and 1 out. Base hit right there. Corbin Carroll extends his on-base streak now to 19 games. He was magnificent on the road, and he is off to a good start here at home. 21 stolen bases on the year as he tried to put the pedal to the metal against Corbin and the Rangers. 1 on, 1 out. Patrick Corbin's first pitch. Barossa takes outside. The roster's expanding. Barossa, the position player who was added, as we mentioned, Ryan Thompson was the position player, or pardon me, the pitcher who was added to that group. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Spit long with that swing. 1-1.
He had some force behind it. Wasn't trying to get a base knock with that swing. Not a big guy in stature at all, but he swings it.
294 hitter in Reno this year with an 810 OPS, but that is an extraordinarily hitter-friendly place. It's better than hitting in Coors Field. 1 to throw, and in order to avoid a pitch clock violation, Patrick Corbin with a step and throw to first. Always amazing how the throw over to first agitates the home fans.
Especially when pitchers were allowed to throw over there as much as they wanted.
It's going to be a thing that's almost hard to explain 10 years from now. Runner goes, the pitch is swung on and missed, and the throw to second not going to be in time. Chad Fairchild immediately signaled there was no interference by Barossa on that swing. He did not fall out of the box. Hitter is entitled to remain in the batter's box. However, if that back foot had leaked out in between and been over the plate, Carroll would have been ruled out.
Yeah, and also the bat is another thing that comes through. But regardless, Carroll got a good jump, and he's walking around out there. Let's hope he's not hurt.
Trying to stretch his legs out right now is Carroll, as we're going to get a mound visit on a 1-2 count from Mike Maddox. And they might be talking about Carroll trying to steal third base, something he has done a lot more this month. By the way, for Corbin Carroll, that is his 22nd stolen base. He is quickly approaching the team lead, which is held by Perdomo's 24. We are tied at 3 with 1 out. A 1-2 count to Barossa. And Carroll wants to go. He doesn't. The pitch low and outside.
He almost had it timed right. Corbin held the ball just long enough to change his momentum.
Got to keep an eye on Cody Freeman at second base. They might try and put a play on here. 2-2. Barossa grounds it left side. Young has it, and the throw to first in time. 2 down. And now it's going to be up to Blaze Alexander to try and give the D-backs the lead back.
Now Cutter just kind of rolled over the top of it. Easy ground ball to third base. Carroll with some good base running retreats back to second. Well, they make the throw to get him out.
That is one thing we did not see much of from the Dodgers in that series. Good base running.
By their star players, Freddie Freeman on that one, exactly.
Alexander 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And Carroll breaks for third. That pitch is taken, and a bluff throw. Young never covering. So it's going to be the 23rd stolen base now for Carroll. And for Blaze, nobody at second. You got a clean sight, pitcher, batter's eye. Just get something you can handle, put a good swing on it. 3 to throw for Corbin, and he's going to step off. First of 2 disengagements. D-backs 3, Rangers 3. 2 outs, runner at third, bottom of the 6th. The 0-1. He swings and fouls it off his foot, does Alexander. And now comes hobbling around. It's 0-2. And now hands on his knees, looking at his dugout like he's pleading for the trainer to come out.
And everyone is getting banged up right now. He can barely put weight on it.
Still limping around. And now here comes the trainer again.
Hopefully just needs some time.
He's still with a pretty, right above his Achilles. Might have hit the round ankle bone on the inside of that left foot of his. He does have a protective guard, but it looks like it covers that region, but maybe somehow caught it more off the side where there's a bit less padding.
Well, he's back in there now. Looking to get a base knock.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Patrick Corbin. Ground ball towards first. It's fair. Down the line. Carroll will score. Alexander racing around second. He's on his way to third. And it's a go-ahead 2-out triple by Blaze Alexander.
0-2, and he just drills it right over the first base bag into the corner, and he was flying. Who would have thought he got hurt? That's about as fast as we've seen him run.
Alexander swaps spots with Carroll at third. The D-backs lead at 4-3, and that's going to do it for Patrick Corbin. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play in the new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. And it is going to be Gabby Moreno with a chance to add to this lead when we come back to the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
The best place to buy a new Ford is at
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
New pitcher is Jacob Webb, but first we pause 10 seconds for station ID in the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
KMBP FM Phoenix.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
On the Arizona Sports app and on 98.7.
Well, the 32-year-old right-hander faces Gabby Moreno, and his first pitch is a sweeper that missed outside. Been kind of an okay year for Webb. He's got a 3.62 ERA, 47 appearances. But he has allowed 10 homers in 54 2/3 innings pitched, as this 1-0 pitch is too high. That is a home run per 9 of 1.6. Everything else looks pretty solid. Walks are down, strikeouts are good, but that is a lot of home runs to be given up as a reliever.
It certainly is. See if he's got another one in him.
Here's a 2-0 swing and a miss. That was a beautiful changeup. Had some tilt and run.
Yeah. When that matches up to a huge swing that Gabby's been taking, it'll be a tough one to hit.
Runner at third, 2 outs. D-backs lead 4-3. And the pitch. Swung on, line towards the left field line. Fair. Alexander scores, and Moreno comes through with an RBI double. 5-3 Diamondbacks, bottom of inning number 6.
Looked like he came back with the same pitch, and Gabby again stays back just long enough, hooks that ball inside the foul line, down to the corner. That's a big RBI and a big hit. Good offensive inning for the D-backs right here.
Back-to-back extra base hits. Here now is Vargas. Now the pitch from Webb is inside. Looked like it caught a sliver of the edge. But Vargas ahead, 1 ball and no strikes. Vargas 0 for 2, but he's now back on his preferred left side as the 1-0 swung on and popped up towards third. It is wafting foul. And over the netting it goes. 1-1 the count. Jacob Webb, originally drafted by the Atlanta Braves, actually spent parts of 3 seasons with Atlanta before going to Baltimore, the Angels, so now here he is in Texas. Runner at second, 2 outs, and the 1-1 is a called strike. That was right down the middle.
Well, that's what you want to have back there. That was good hitting.
That's the pitch. If you didn't like that one, which one were you going to like? 1-2. Here it is. Swing and a foul.
They're right back with it.
Well, the Rangers at the top of the 7th, they're going to have their bottom part of the order, which you would think is a good thing, but that has been by far the most productive group of hitters they've had tonight. Runner at second, 2 down, 5-3 Diamondbacks. Here's the 1-2 from Jacob Webb. Vargas grounds it right side, and there is Freeman. The second baseman has it, throws to first in time, and that will do it. But the Diamondbacks score twice on 3 hits. They get a couple stolen bases, and after 6 innings of play, it's now the D-backs 5 and the Rangers 3 in the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
Sopita en polvo con el mejor sabor. Tú y Maggie, el secreto del sabor dominicano.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till it thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green. You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Joins Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30. Never miss another D-backs conversation when you subscribe to the Arizona Sports YouTube channel. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app. The local sports leader and the home of Arizona Diamondbacks baseball.
D-backs skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Defensive changes for the Diamondbacks. Remaining in the game to play center field, it is Jorge Barroso. Moving from center field to left field, it is Blaze Alexander. And much more importantly, on the mound for the Diamondbacks, making his first appearance in quite some time, right-hander Ryan Thompson.
Good to see Ryan back.
He faces Josh Young, and his first pitch is a called strike. Call to the bullpen is brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play in a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. For Thompson, who was on the injured list with a strained scapular, as that one is way outside, it's 1-1. This is his first outing since the 4th of July when he put together a scoreless inning against Kansas City. If you missed the BP show with Steve Zinsmeister, Thompson was the guest on the show as he gets a wild swing and miss from Young. Thompson said he's been healthy and feeling good for a while, but obviously just building back up the pitching side of things, taking a little bit of time. D-backs wanted to be cautious. And with the rosters expanding, it just kind of worked out as the 1-2 is guided foul by Josh Young.
Well, he's got to come in there with that fastball. Of course, he's got the lower arm angle and the big sweeping slider that he throws.
Well, Ryan Nelson's day comes to an end after 6 innings. As the 1-2, that's off the end of the bat, shallow center field. Barroso on the move, he's got it. And there's one down now for Higashioka.
Good way to start, get that first guy out. Barroso right there to make the play.
Well, Nelson for the Diamondbacks. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He walked only 1 and struck out 7. Higashioka all the way takes the first pitch for a strike. Yeah, Nelson gave up a couple of homers. Meanwhile, his counterpart, Patrick Corbin, only 5 2/3 and out shy of getting through 6. As the 0-1 is on the edge for a strike. It's 0-2. He gave up 5 runs, all earned on 5 hits. 1 walk and 5 strikeouts, 3 homers allowed.
5 home runs between the 2 pitchers, 2 starting pitchers.
Here's the 0-2. There's a swing and a pop-up. That should get behind the netting and out of play.
Careful with Higashioka. I mean, he's got a potent bat. Even when he had his days with the Padres, he could do some damage.
D-backs lead it 5-3. 0-2 is high and away from Thompson. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One out, nobody on. 1-2 pitch is outside. He tried the slider but missed. 2-2 the count. Don't forget, game 2 of the series comes your way. It'll be a normal 6:40 first pitch. It's a 2-2 now. Ground ball towards third. Into the glove of Lawler. And the throw to first is perfect.
Textbook. Just a sinker down in the zone, probably a little bit underneath the strike zone, and gets a perfect result. The ground ball to third base.
Nabil Krismat gets the start. He has made 3 starts for the D-backs. He's 2-0 with a 1.84 ERA. Go figure. Talking Stick Resort Playcation is back. Stay and play with rates as low as $129. And here is Cody Freeman. Had a whale of a day.
He's had 2 good at-bats.
A 2-run homer in the 3rd and a walk in the 5th. And Thompson's first one is in the dirt. Now the pitch, and there's a called strike. It's 1-1. 1-1 from Thompson. Way outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning in his first return to action in almost 2 months. Swing and a miss on the 2-1. And they count on Freeman at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Oh, that was well located. A lot of action on that sinker. Just went straight down.
Thompson looking excellent on the mound. The sweeper really has great movement. The sinker, to your point, the location for the most part has been just precise. Now the D-backs with a 2-run lead as we're getting late. 7th inning, 2 down. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And guiding it foul is Freeman. I'll tell you what, for a rookie, there's a real sense of a guy who knows what he's trying to do in the box.
I mean, it certainly is this game. When you look at his overall numbers, they're not that great, but the way he's been swinging the bat in this game, looks like he's seeing the ball fantastic.
Thompson ready, the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball right side. There's Cattell. Second baseman goes to first, and that's going to do it for the Rangers. A 1-2-3, top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time in the desert, and the D-backs lead the Rangers in this series opener 5-3.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Careers to check out all of the career opportunities and learn how to become a future shaper. And go Diamondbacks!
At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Arizona Diamondbacks. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form.
Fly ball to right. Garcia in and makes the catch on Locklear.
And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
See, for legal reasons, we can't just do half. We got to read the whole thing. So don't even try it now if you're thinking about disseminating this one without our permission, bucko. By the way, bottom of the 7th means a 7th inning stretch brought to you by Arizona Complete Health, transforming the health of the community one person at a time. Here is Jordan Lawler. He is 0 for 2, and he is looking for that first hit of the year. We are getting late. First pitch, and he takes a strike from Jacob Webb.
Boy, that was a good pitch to hit. That was just central.
That just seems to be how it goes when you're struggling, isn't it?
Yep.
Here's the 0-1, and he takes a good slider for a strike. That one right on the corner. And to take it to the next level, man, when you're scuffling, you feel like you're constantly 0-2 after the first 2 pitches.
And that's right where he's at. He could fight off a pitch or two here and get himself a knock.
Here's the 0-2. Tried to check his swing, did not, just like that, down on strikes. And Lawler now 0 for 30 on the year.
Yeah, breaking ball, just couldn't hold up his swing. Tough pitch.
Hang in there, kid. Top of the order now in Marte. 2 outs, nobody on here in the 7th. D-backs lead at 5-3. And Webb's first one is low for ball 1. Marte is 1 for 3 with a solo home run. As the 1-0 is swung on. That is hit high in the air to right, but not deep enough. Garcia holds his ground. He reaches up, makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 7th. We're on to the 8th. And the D-backs lead the Rangers 5-3 in the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
12 News is dedicated to the Diamondbacks. Tune in.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Get yourself ready.
Yes, there are hugs, and then there's that.
Now, what is that? What is the purpose of that?
It's an anemometer. It measures wind speed.
So that's a good.
But it looks like a fidget spinner.
Meanwhile, on the Cove, it just looks like too much fun.
It was so routine, he took his eye off.
You got to come up with this play. You got to. You're right there. You had 2 hands. He looked it in. Oh.
Yeah. Get your PF Black Card today for $1 down, $24.99 a month. Over 40 locations around Phoenix. Deal ends September 1st. Planet Fitness. Whatever you're getting strong for. See Home Club for terms and conditions.
D-backs Front Office Focus. Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, several defensive changes for the D-backs as we get ready to start the top of the 8th inning. Moving from center field to left field, it is Jorge Barrosa. Moving from left field to third base, it is Blaze Alexander. And now entering the game and batting 9th, it's Alec Thomas. Also new pitcher on the mound for the Diamondbacks, left-hander Andrew Saalfrank, whose first pitch to Michael Hellman is a called strike. 5-3 D-backs. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and miss by Hellman makes the count 0-2.
Good action on that sinker. I really went down. Now, Saalfrank doesn't throw real hard. He's like right around 90. But he gets some good action on that fastball.
Call to the bullpen, brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And curveball, check swing. No swing by Hellman, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Left-hander is ready. And here comes the 1-2. Swung on and pulled on the ground. Foul. Ezekiel Duran is moved to the on-deck circle. Switch hitter will, looks like pinch hit for Josh Smith. Here's the 1-2. And Saalfrank missed downstairs for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. How good, Candy, was the bullpen on that last road trip for the D-backs?
Fantastic. I mean, they really kept him, especially those games in Milwaukee where the starting pitchers really blew out early.
Swing and a miss. And Hellman down on strikes.
Nicely done. Just turn that two-seamer over. And again, that good action just tails down and away.
So it is going to be Duran hitting for Smith.
So the 7 games on that road trip, the bullpen, 27 2/3 innings pitched, a 2 ERA, and the opponent's OPS only a 733. I mean, that's how effective they were.
Duran hitting just .221 on the year, shows bunts, and it cost him a strike. Took a curveball right in there. Base is empty, 1 out. D-backs lead by 2. On deck is Wyatt Langford, who homered his last time up. And that one in the dirt. And Candy, the Rangers are going through a spell very similar to what the Diamondbacks had earlier in this game. D-backs got a home run from Tyler Locklear in the second, and then they did not get another hit until the 6th. Almost 3 2/3 innings as the 1-1 swung on and fouled back. The last base runner for the Rangers came on that leadoff homer in the 6th inning. But Ryan Nelson responded by retiring the next 3 in order. Ryan Thompson had a perfect 7th. And so far, Saalfrank has retired the first batter he faced to begin the 8th.
It's so important to have that pitching really follow up the starting pitcher. And Saalfrank, no one has been able to figure him out.
Been amazing. As the 1-2 is scooped foul left side. D-backs fans, you can watch all D-backs games in market, both live and on demand, for only $34.99 a year with Dbacks.tv. Presented by Progressive. Subject to national exclusivities. Visit Dbacks.tv for more information. 1-2. Swinging, just got a piece, did Duran. Saalfrank really going east to west.
As long as he keeps the ball down, he's not a guy that's going to be able to pitch up into zone unless it's well above the strike zone.
The 1-2. That one hit towards left center field. Sprinting in Barossa, and without a dive makes the catch.
Got a good jump and a good break on that ball. Really showed us some speed and ran that ball down.
Well, there's many in the organization that think Barossa is the best defensive center fielder they have. Clearly he's in left field, but just overall speaks to his outfield game. As Langford flinches but takes the first pitch for a strike. So now there's 2 outs and nobody on for the aforementioned Langford. 1 for 3 tonight. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Saalfrank. And Langford on the ground to short. Perdomo's got it. Throw to first in time. That's a 1-2-3 top of the 8th. The D-backs preserve their 5-3 lead, and we go to the bottom of the 8th with Perdomo leading it off when we come back on the Morgan & Morgan.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool. 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
You guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do like You know, brisket wrapped in an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
Supply.
Your Arizona Diamondbacks host the Boston Red Sox for a 3-game series starting September 5th at Chase Field. Get your tickets now at Dbacks.com.
D-backs skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Bottom of the 8th inning. And first pitch, Geraldo Perdomo goes after it, fouls it away. D-backs trying to put a little extra insurance and separation between themselves and the Rangers. Right now, AZ leads this opener 5-3. And from the belt, here's the 0-1 from Webb. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. Ran off the plate. Perdomo behind 0-2.
Love to see Jerry just get on somehow. Just try to generate one more run.
And the 0-2 fastball missed high. You've got Perdomo, Carroll, Barroso. And should anybody reach Alexander? Webb is ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And it's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Perdomo tonight 1 for 3 with a home run. As this 2-2 offering is swung on and sky to left, slicing down the line. Tough play, Langford, and right before he reaches the netting makes the catch. Second time that it's a foul out for Perdomo. And that'll bring up Corbin Carroll.
It looked like Langford was kind of shaded over that area anyway. Of course, he's got great speed. He ran that ball down.
First one to Carroll is cute foul. And the count 0-1. In the 9th inning, the Rangers will have Peterson, Garcia, and Tellez coming up. And as a result, the D-backs are going to get left-hander Kyle Backus up and throwing rather than try and have Salfrank get the 6-out save. Nothing and 1 the count. 1 out, nobody on. 5-3 Snakes. The 0-1 lifted high in the air to right. And coming in is Garcia, and he will make the one-handed grab. That was 102 miles an hour off the bat. Problem was it was a 50-degree launch.
You know, and it looked level swing that he took also. That ball just went straight up. But yeah, he was on it.
Two outs, bases empty for Barroso. And the first pitch he goes after, pulls it foul. An important game for the Diamondbacks to win. And they are 3 outs away from doing exactly that.
Always great winning that first game of the series. But again, the D-backs aren't looking to win the series. They're looking to sweep.
There's the 0-1. Swung on and fouled by Barroso. The count is 0-2. And you can forecast it all you want. The Diamondbacks certainly will have to mirror the play of the New York Mets. And as well as the Mets play, the Diamondbacks have to play even better.
Yep.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Barroso strikes out. The inning is over, and it's the last chance for the Rangers. 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead against Kyle Backus right after this on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
Don't miss.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started cooking with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're gonna call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of, our mother, so that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
Dr. Jay Schwartz, the team eye doctor for your Arizona Diamondbacks, has 3 Valley locations, one in Mesa, one in Scottsdale, and one in Glendale for all of your eye care needs. Call 480-483-EYES or go online at teamidoc.com.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Last chance for the Rangers, Candy, and left-hander Kyle Backus will take over on the mound. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play at a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. You got a 2-run cushion. Try not to overthink it. Throw strikes. Let that sinker get you some ground outs and hopefully finish off an impressive series opening victory.
Yeah, 100%. Just throw the ball over the plate, keep it down, let the action of the ball kind of dictate the results. Try to get those ground balls.
Dylan Moore is going to pinch hit for Jock Peterson. And the first one to Moore, the right-handed hitter, is taken for a called strike. Made his debut with the Rangers this past Friday against the A's. As he swings and misses, he was previously with the Mariners. And the count 0-2. Really good defensive infielder. Actually won the Utility Gold Glove Award last year in the American League. Back is quickly ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Now he comes set. And here comes the 0-2. Swung on, line towards right, but Moore pushed it foul out of play.
A little bit late on that fastball. Comes in at about 94 miles an hour. Got on him pretty quickly.
Left-hander ready, the 0-2. And it's high and outside. Well, regardless of what the numbers are at the end of the season, and what a gem, a diamond in the rough Kyle Backus has proven to be. As the 1-2 is going to be low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's one of the good stories. Sometimes you just find guys just come out of nowhere and really have some great contributions to make. And Backus is definitely one of those guys.
27 years old out of Texas. And his 2-2. Swung on, hooked towards the left field corner. That is going to be a foul ball. Moore kind of thought it was foul, then started to run, and then stopped again, and then started after that.
You know, it looked like it was clearly going to be foul, but the ball stopped hooking, and it just kind of held its ground, and it only hit about 2 or 3 feet foul.
Well, it's pretty clear he's trying to take that sinker to right and that slider to left. Well, I think he's got to bust a sinker inside here. 2-2. He went with the off speed and hooked it foul. Left side did more. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that was a big sweeper, and it started off the plate away and ended up almost inside off the plate. Big breaker.
Backus ready. And another 2-2. He's guided foul. That's the thing about Backus, being a 2-pitch guy. The longer the at-bat goes, the more the advantage starts to go to the hitter, because you just get more looks at a 50-50 call.
That's right. As soon as you figure out the break and the release point, you kind of know what's going to happen.
2-2. Slider line into left field, a base hit. Barossa quickly cuts it off, spins, and throws to second. But now the tying run comes to the plate, and here comes Adolis Garcia with nobody out.
Kind of broke from the outside to the inside third, maybe a lot of the middle part of the plate. And he caught it out front and hit a stinging line drive to left.
Garcia does have power to right field. He will go with the pitch.
I think you're trying to tie him up here.
And the first one looked to be a strike. It wasn't called. And the count 0-1.
See, Gabby even shook his head. He really wanted that call.
And said 0-1. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Runner at first, nobody out. 5-3 Diamondbacks lead. And now Garcia takes a strike. Basically a right down the middle sinker.
Big gap out in left center field. Like you said, he likes going the other way.
1-1. Grounded foul, third base side. Way out in front of the off speed. You might try that again. Seeing a swing like that.
Yeah, he was well out in front of it. If you could keep it out of the strike zone and make him chase it, that would be ideal.
One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Trying to get an out here. Backus versus Garcia. Here's the 1-2. Check swing foul. Really well located sinker, and Garcia just spoiled it.
Garcia doesn't look like he's got a very good look at him right now. Look at that ground ball. Get a double play.
1-2 pitch. High and outside.
Pitches are kind of mounting up, too. That's 14 pitches already.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, softly grounded left side. Perdomo's got it. Quickly goes to second for 1. On to first, not in time. Too slow developing. And is Garcia okay? He pulled up lame down the line. Now he has his hands on his knees. But it might just be a reaction to the result off the bat. Now here comes the trainer.
Yeah, he's grabbing his knee. You know, he hasn't been running hard this whole game. And if that ball was hit just a little harder, well, that would have been an easy double play turn.
Kind of pointing at his right, either quad or hip flexor muscle. If the groin is the inside of the thigh, the hip flexor is kind of a bit more towards the outside of the thigh. But if you tweak that, it's really hard to get running, basically. You can't get out of first gear.
You can see him trying to stretch it out.
It might just be a quad issue here. He's really trying to stretch his legs. They do have a couple guys available still off the bench. In an absolute pitch, you could go to Alejandro Osuna. And it looks like Garcia is going to try and stay in this game. And now here comes Jake Berger.
A good time to get another ground ball, get a double play. Berger, a lot of power, 12 home runs on the year.
Crushes left-handed pitching, not so much against right-handed pitching. And first one, lined into right center field, a base hit. Garcia slowly gets to second, makes the turn. That splits the gap. That goes all the way to the wall. Thomas, it gets away from him there. Garcia going to be waved around third. Berger goes into third standing. It's an RBI triple, and the Rangers have the tying run at third with only 1 out.
Like you said, he crushes lefties, and this is a fastball right down the heart of the plate. And he just hits it, just a 2-iron out towards right center field. And Garcia, you know, the last thing that they wanted to see is him run around the bases, but it was an easy one.
And now here is Josh Young. If the Diamondbacks want to, they can make a pitching change. Backus has faced the minimum 3.
It looks like they're trying to buy some time right now.
And now here comes the manager, Torey Lovullo. It looks like a pitching change indeed is going to be made. And there's the point. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play in a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. It is Jake Woodford who is going to try and tidy this one up. D-backs have a 5-4 lead with 1 out in the 9th. But the tying run at 3rd for the Rangers when we come back on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
Every day, saving.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Dbacks Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
As we mentioned, Jake Woodford is on for the Diamondbacks to try and save the day in both a metaphorical and literal sense. Runner at 3rd, 1 out. D-backs have a 5-4 lead. The infield is in. Here is Josh Young. Woodford on the year. He has been effective for the D-backs. This is his 16th appearance. A 5.16 ERA. Numbers don't really tell the full story. What the numbers do tell you, though, is that Woodford is not a huge swing and miss guy.
Yeah, the infield's coming all the way in.
And the first pitch is a 3/4 swing and check swing. They say he didn't go. Okay, good. Yeah, there was no signal from the home plate umpire. Moreno then pointed to 3rd, and the home plate umpire made the call. Just kind of slip of the mind there. So the count is 0-1. And now Woodford ready. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Badly missed outside with a slider. 1-1 the count.
Right idea. You don't have to throw a ball over the plate anywhere to get this guy. Just make it close off the plate, because he is very, very aggressive.
It's a small lead for Berger, who is not fleet of foot down the line. And now the 1-1. Swung on, punched foul. Right side out of play. And it's 1-2. I understand you want to keep Alexander maybe even with the bag on a swinging bunt, and also to keep a small lead for Berger. But with his speed, I feel like you could back those infielders up just a little bit and give yourself a little more coverage.
Yeah, Blaze is backed up some.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Young takes it high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dylan Moore led off with a pinch hit single. 2 batters later, a pinch hit RBI triple. And here we are, 5-4, top of the 9th. D-backs lead. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A fist pump from Woodford, as that's a huge out to get the 9th.
Slider right on the outside corner. Just a beautiful pitch. Swings right through it.
And now here is Higashioka, who broke Diamondback hearts in the penultimate game of the regular season last year with his home run off of A.J. Puck. The first one is just inside. 1 ball and no strikes the count.
What a nice pitch that was. Didn't get the call. Gabby wanted the call for him, but umpire wouldn't give it.
Gotta be careful here. Higashioka's got big time pop. Here's a 1-0. Slider missed outside for ball 2. If you really fall behind, you could always just put Higashioka on and face the rookie. Here's the 2-0. Front door breaking ball in there for a called strike. And a count 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. The tying run at third with 2 outs in the 9th. And Woodford, is 2-1, is taken for strike 2.
Oh, right there, another good 2-seamer. I think he's going to come back with the slider, the same pitch that he struck Young out with here.
Woodford looking for his 3rd career save. The first 2 have come this year with the Diamondbacks. Here's the 2-2. And it skips away to the right. Berger thought about it, but then quickly hurries back to third base.
Like you said, he's not an accomplished base runner at third. And a nice block by Moreno on this changeup. It's right in front of it. And deads it pretty quickly, jumps on it.
Full count on Higashioka. Game on the line. The payoff from Jake Woodford is outside ball 4. He walks Higashioka.
I'm all right with that. Made a tough pitch on him. Slider just off the plate, a little bit too far and down.
And now here is Cody Freeman. Freeman has homered and walked tonight. He's also grounded out to second. First and third, you've got to hold that runner at Higashioka at first base. Can't let him just have second freely. First pitch, he swings and foul tips it right into Moreno, who is down on all fours. Ouch.
I tell you, the D-backs are just getting banged up in this game. You got to give him a little bit of time.
I almost don't want to see a replay because I have a feeling I know where it is. Oh.
You're right. Ouch.
Now, Moreno has really improved upon his English over the last 2 years, but even if he didn't speak any English, man-to-man, I think trainer Max Esposito's understood what's being said here.
Max has been all over the place. He's been to left field. He's been everywhere in this game. All right, Gabby seems to be okay.
Thank goodness. The count on Freeman is 0-1. He seemed, if I remember correctly, to be able to get to that Ryan Nelson fastball a little bit up in the zone with that short, compact swing. They might be trying to attack him a little bit down and a little bit away from the right-hander. There is a big hole on the right side of the infield. That's the only concern. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at first. 2 outs, 9th inning. The 0-1 pitch is another slider. Just missed the corner.
Perfect pitch. Didn't get the call, but what a perfect pitch that was.
D-backs have thrown some beauties tonight, and not much to show for it. 1-1 the count. Woodford ready, and the 1-1 is taken low and away for ball 2. Well, this is a guy you can't afford to walk.
No, that'll end up putting A potential winning run out of second base. Don't want that. Not in scoring position.
Top of the 9th inning, the D-backs with a 5-4 lead, and runners on the corners with 2 outs. This is a huge pitch for Woodford. Does not want to fall behind 3-1. Friedman steps in the box, puts the bat on his shoulders, and now the 2-1 from Woodford. It's a slider, and that one in there for a strike. And once again, the Rangers down to their final strike on the night.
Again, that was another good pitch. It was just borderline, or could have been called either way. Just staying slider on him.
This for the win. The 2-2 is lined into right, a base hit. Berger will score, and Freeman comes through for Texas.
He made another great pitch on him, down away on the corner, and Freeman, to his credit, just tried to poke the ball the other way, and he got it done.
About a 3/4 swing. He could almost brush the ground with his hand. That's how low he had to reach down for it. And what's going on here? Infield is coming together now for the Diamondbacks, as Brian Kaplan, the pitching coach, got to flush it. 2 runs have scored in the top of the 9th inning for Texas. And now if you're the Diamondbacks, you're just trying to walk this thing off in the bottom of the 9th. You will have, if you're the Diamondbacks, Alexander, Moreno, and Vargas. If you get any sort of rally, you'll have Locklear coming up. And then remember, Alec Thomas is in the 9th spot. He replaced Jordan Lawler in the 8th inning. Has not had an at-bat, though, tonight. Here's Michael Hellman. He has struggled offensively. He's 0 for 3.
You got to pay attention to these base runners right now also.
Boy, that is an astronomical lead over at first by Freeman, whose adrenaline's just got to be coursing through him still after coming through with a game-saving knock. We're ready to pick up the action. Here's the first one to Hellman, and he swings and pulls it foul. That was a good 6 to 10 inches off the plate inside.
Well, you really chased the ball out of the zone. There's no way he's going to hit that one. But that kind of swings the count now right where you want it, 0-1.
2 outs. Woodford's 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled back. And that'll make it 0-2.
Now see if we can get him to chase that little sweeper off the plate.
Woodford is set, and the 0-2 pitch is too high. 1-2 the count. Rangers in this inning, 3 hits and a walk. So they've been able to erase a 2-run deficit and tie this thing at 5. 2 outs, top of the 9th. The 1-2 pitch from Jake Woodford is swung on and popped up. Should end the inning. In comes Carroll. He'll call off Thomas and make the catch. And that will do it for the Rangers. But Texas is able to send 7 men to the plate. They tie the game at 5. D-backs trying to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th when we come back on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
well played.
Daniels Jewelers is the official sponsor of the trip around the diamond. Stop by any Daniels locations and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. And at Daniels Jewelers, everyone is approved for credit. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
A couple of defensive changes for the Rangers. Remaining in the game to play shortstop, it is Ezekiel Duran, and now entering the game to play right field, Alejandro Osuna. It looked like Adolis Garcia picked up an injury running down the line, and so he is now out of this game. Osuna is in right, Hellman in center, Langford in left, Young at third, Duran at short, Freeman at second, and Tellez over at first. And new pitcher Chris Martin on the mound, faces Blaze Alexander. At his first pitch, a 92-mile-an-hour cutter for a strike. It's 0-1. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play to new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Right-hander ready, the 0-1. And Alexander takes a second strike. 95 on the inside corner, and the count is 0-2.
Tough pitch there. Not a good one to swing at. That's a pitcher's pitch.
Martin came off the injured list with the expanded rosters. Jake Berger was the other Ranger, as we mentioned earlier. Both coming off the IL. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch in the dirt. For Martin, he's been dealing with a left calf strain. Well, the Rangers did well just to tie this thing up.
Well, now it's time for the D-backs to really walk them off here. Get a guy on base.
Here's the 1-2. Alexander, swing and a miss. And down on strikes.
Splitter over the middle of the plate, but down. That was a tough one. He was out in front of it. Didn't quite pick up the split on it.
Well, the D-backs are hoping to repeat what the Dodgers did to Arizona yesterday. Have a catcher hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth. The first one to Moreno is a check swing. Ooh, Bill Miller says he went around. And the count is 0-1. I don't think he went around on that. Here's the 0-1. And that one up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Critically important game for the Diamondbacks. And if they come up short, this would feel like an absolute heartbreaker. Martin ready. His 1-1 pitch is good swing and a foul. But Moreno, unfortunately, behind 1-2. 40th appearance this year for Martin. He has been terrific for the Rangers bullpen, despite the 1-6 record. He's got a 2.36 ERA. Only allowed 4 homers in almost 35 innings. As that heater missed high, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Let's see if Gabby can win this at bat. Extra base hit would be perfect right now.
2-2 the count. And the pitch from Martin. Inside, full count now. Missed with 95.
Yeah, that was a good take. Yoshioka wanted the call, but it was a little bit inside. A lot of room down that left field line.
The 6'8" Martin ready. His 3-2 is fouled. Moreno battling here. And Moreno's been so impressive since he's come back from injury. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Line to right. That's going to get down for a base hit. The winning run is on for the Diamondbacks with only one down. And here comes Ildemaro Vargas.
We saw Gabby do that in L.A. also. A pitch that was out of the zone, away, going to right field for a knock. Same kind of action this time. Out of the zone, goes that way, gets himself a knock, and that's what you wanted, was a base runner.
No replay reviews in this one so far, but as always, our reviews are brought to you by Planet Fitness. Get fit for less at $15 a month. And now here is Vargas. And the first pitch is grounded towards third, should be 2. Young goes to Duran for 1, on to first, double play. We go to the 10th, tied at 5 on the Morgan & Morgan D-Backs Radio Network.
Forks up for ASU night at Chase Field on September 2nd. This special event ticket pack includes a low...
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
/baseball. You can redeem at any of the 100 Daniels Jewelers stores nationwide. Own the dream with Daniels Jewelers.
D-Backs Front Office Focus. Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
I don't think anyone expected us to be here. Extra innings in this series opener. D-Backs had a 5-3 lead in the 9th inning, but the Rangers scored twice, posted a 0 in the bottom of the 9th, and here we are, top of the 10th. Juan Burgos takes over on the mound. Called for the bullpen, brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best plan to Duke Ford at Sanderson Ford. Well, Burgos is the 5th different reliever used by the Diamondbacks. It has been a long stretch without an off day. D-Backs will have an off day on Thursday, but they got to have as many wins as they can as Ezekiel Duran leads it off. Michael Hellman, as that pitch missed high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Hellman is the ghost runner at second. Burgos, he's got tremendous stuff, but he has a hard time controlling it.
Yeah, almost 5 walks per 9. A little on the high side.
Here's the 1-0. And that one is too high. 2 balls, no strikes. If you walk Duran, you run into a couple problems with Langford. He is a very good runner, so he's hard to double up. He's also got power. And now Burgos ready. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Inside ball 3. He's fallen behind 3-0.
Well, let's see if he can come all the way back here. You got to throw a strike here.
Three balls, no strikes, the count. Burgos ready. Here's the pitch. And he missed high and in, ball 4. None of those were particularly close. And now the Rangers have 2 on with nobody out, really, to begin the 10th inning.
Need to get an out on this guy now. This might be their toughest hitter in the lineup. But like you said, the combination of speed and power, he could hurt you.
D-Backs had a walk in the 9th, now a walk in the 10th. First and second, nobody out. We're tied at 5. And the first pitch to Langford is a strike. Well thrown sweeper that time. 0-1 the count. Langford can handle velocity. In fact, he can launch to the pull side. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and just pulled a sinker foul. He was way out in front of it. And the count is 0-2.
Strong kid with a lot of bat speed. Kind of like the idea of the sweeper off the plate.
No balls, 2 strikes the count. Burgos ready. Here's the pitch. Sweeper just off the plate outside. Good try.
Good try there. That was a great pitch.
Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And he strikes out Langford with the sweeper.
Ooh, that was a big one. Big bat to get out. Especially with the strikeout. That way the runners have to stay put.
And now here is Dylan Moore. He put together an impressive at bat to begin the 9th inning. First and second, one out. Burgos ready. And here comes his first pitch. Moore takes in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes.
You always feel good when Burgos can get that first pitch in for a strike.
Dylan Moore, much more of a fly ball hitter, almost a 50% fly ball rate. As the 1-0 is grounded up the middle, and diving is Perdomo. He's got it from one knee. He throws to first in time. No way. What a play by Perdomo.
What a play that was. Unbelievable. This robs him of a base hit, throws from his knees, and he gets him.
I mean, if this call stands, this is one of the plays of the year. One of the plays of the year. I'm not sure it is. Let's take another look on our replay monitor.
I thought he beat it from the naked eye, but let's see the replay.
Ooh, it's close.
I couldn't tell on that one. They slow it down a little longer.
It looks like a tie, doesn't it?
I don't think there's enough there to overturn it.
Obviously, with where we are in the game, they'll probably take a good amount of time and look at this one. The umpire on a tie is supposed to give it to the runner. When it comes to replay on a tie, you stick with the original call. You have to have definitive, irrefutable evidence in order to make an overturn, and usually that's why you hear either the call stands or the call is confirmed. The call stands. What a play by Perdomo. That's your cool play of the game. Brought to you by Chaz Roberts. Chaz Roberts serving you since 42. So when your family needs 4 generations of AC and plumbing know-how and expertise, remember, choose Chaz. I mean, if the D-backs win this game, you circle it, put a gold star next to it. That's the play of the game.
Unbelievable.
And now here is the left-handed hitting Alejandro Osuna. The first pitch to him, and he takes the sweeper for his strike. He replaced the injured Adolis Garcia in the bottom of the 9th defensively. Second and third, 2 outs. We're tied at 5 in the 10th. The 0-1 from Burgos. Fastball on the corner, and again, not called. At least he's been consistent.
Oh, that's one you'd like to have there. He really made a good pitch on him.
Here's the 1-1 to Osuna. And Osuna swings. Oh, he lines it right off the shoulder of the pitcher. That's going to be a base hit. Duran going to try and score. Locklear's throw to the plate. In time, they got him. The Rangers just blew their challenge. They're not going to be able to use it. That was a line shot that hit right back off the pitcher. Bochy signaling challenge. I guess they're going to get an umpire review. It's a crew chief challenge. No matter what, the Rangers have a 1-run lead. The question is, do they have a 2-run lead? This was a line shot that ricocheted right off of Burgos' hand or shoulder or forearm. But here comes the trainer once again for the D-backs.
Yeah, we're getting to see a replay, too. Again, another pitcher not in good fielding position. Locklear gets the ricochet, throws it home. A great play by Gabby. Short hops the throw. And let's see about the tag.
The call is overturned. The runner is safe, and 2 runs are in for the Rangers.
Yeah, he looked like he got his hand in.
And now Texas leads 7-5. And they have scored 4 combined runs in the 9th and 10th inning to take a 2-run edge. Not only do they score their ghost runner, but get that valuable extra insurance run as we get another look. Oh, the pitch got Burgos on his throwing elbow. He had his hand closed, almost like Napoleon in photos. And once again, some serious concern whether or not Burgos is going to be able to continue, especially with a guy who throws as hard as he does.
Just amazing the trips that the trainer has had to take in this game.
And I think Burgos is coming out of this game. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play at a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. It is going to be left-hander Jalen Beeks who will take over. Texas scores twice in the 10th. They lead at 7-5 with 2 outs when we come back on the Morgan & Morgan D-Backs Radio Network.
It's a beautiful day.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Skipper Torey Lavello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, the Diamondbacks have brought in the left-hander Jalen Beeks to take over on the mound. D-backs, they're in some trouble here. The Rangers have scored twice, and the 10th inning have a 7-5 lead. Because Beeks is coming in for the injured Juan Burgos, he will have as much time as he needs to get ready. The good news for Beeks, there are 2 outs in the inning. But, Candy, as much as we lauded the Diamondbacks bullpen on that road trip in Milwaukee and Los Angeles, unfortunately the bullpen today, 2 runs allowed in the 9th, 2 runs allowed in the 10th in some really critical situations. And now it's going to be up to this Diamondback offense to bail them out.
Really kind of stings too. I mean, this game was really kind of set up, and it just looked like this was going to be a, kind of a hard-felt win and a fun game for the D-backs to win that first game of the series. But now, Texas, they've just battled back, and now they've taken the lead.
And look at the guys who have really made it happen late. Dylan Moore with his single in the 9th. Jake Berger, the pinch hit triple that brought the tying run to third with only 1 out in the 9th inning. Alejandro Osuna with that line shot off of Burgos that brought in 2 runs on a bang-bang play at the plate. I mean, these are the last figures in this cast for the Rangers that you would have expected to be the heroes. Cody Freeman might have had the most impactful performance of any Ranger tonight.
Without a doubt, a home run, but that RBI base hit he got back in the 9th inning, that was a big at bat.
And now you have Jake Berger, again, who was brought in to pinch hit for Rowdy Tellez in the 9th against Backus. Berger's been crushing left-handed pitching this year. He had a pinch hit triple, and here he is facing the lefty Beeks.
Another lefty. Definitely need to get this guy out.
First pitch, and Berger takes just a whisker inside for ball 1. In the bottom of the 10th, the Diamondbacks will start with Ildemaro Vargas at second. They're going to have Locklear, Thomas, and Cattell coming up right now in search of at least 2. 1 ball, no strikes. Speaks on the third base side of the rubber set. And his 1-0 pitch is ruled inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Here's the 2-0. And that's going to miss inside ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. On deck is Josh Young.
Another right-hander. Berger gets a pitch. He'll be swinging here.
3-0, he swings and he pops it up. It's playable for Carroll. Long run though, and makes the catch on 2 feet. A lot of ground to cover, but he makes the play. Unfortunately, the Rangers score twice, and we go to the bottom of the 10th. D-backs 2 to send it to the 11th, 3 to walk it off when we come back on the morning.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's pop talk.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound, hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
/brighter.
The Texas Rangers visit Chase Field for a 3-game series starting September 1st. Get your tickets today at Dbacks.com.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
It is the bottom of the 10th inning. The D-backs trail 7-5 and on to pitch for Texas. It is 34-year-old right-hander Sean Armstrong. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best plan, a new Ford at Sanderson Ford. Armstrong, parts of 11 seasons in the majors. This is his first year with Texas. He's got a 2.55 ERA and 58 appearances. 2 homers on the year. He is the tying run as the 1-0 is swung on and missed. Count is even at 1-1.
I think it's important not to try to get the whole 2 runs right here, but get a good pitch to hit. Need to get some base runners.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled. That was his fastball. 94 center cut. And he fouled it back. It's now 1-2.
Only 94 miles an hour down the gut. And that's a good hit and pitch. Just missed it.
Armstrong is ready. And here comes the 1-2. Swung on and fouled away. That was a cutter, again, right down the middle. I don't know if Dell's just late on it or what, but that's 2 pretty good heaters, and you don't get too many of them in one singular at bat.
You know, especially that cutter, that just flattened out right there for him.
Another 1-2 pitch is on the way, and a swing and a miss. And a huge, huge strikeout for Sean Armstrong and Texas.
Chased that one up out of the zone. That was a 4-seamer up high. Del Castillo had 2 good pitches to hit that at bat, just did not.
Like you said, you just need a base runner right now if you're the D-backs, and you will make it interesting here. Get that winning run to the plate. The first one to Thomas is high and away for ball 1.
Important for Alec to kind of stay where he's like really good, and that's hitting the ball up the middle the other way. Wide open, that shortstop area.
They're giving him left center field. Here's the 1-0. Thomas swings, fouls it away. Kind of kept his front hip forward instead of leaking open, which is going to be critical on pitches away. Obviously in, you want to try and open up as quickly as possible.
Said he hits a ball out to left center field, he'll get a triple out of it.
Right-hander ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And Thomas, oh my goodness, takes a called strike on a pitch out of the zone. That is horrible.
Well, you hate to see calls like that this late in the game. Clearly a ball.
7-5 Rangers, 1 out in the 10th. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. That one was further outside.
Yeah, no chance hitting that one. That was elevated and way off the plate. He was just in swing mode.
D-backs down to their final out.
Now try to take him deep. Let's see if Cattell can do it from the left side.
Armstrong ready. And first pitch, he takes a strike. Top of the zone heater. It's 0-1. Well, Marte's got such great hands. If he could just, again, force something out towards left center, unless he gets one in his wheelhouse. Here's the 0-1. And that one too high. Armstrong, with a little bit of help, has thrown 11 pitches and has thrown 8 strikes. D-backs down to their final out here in the 10th. They trail Texas 7-5. Marte the tying run at the plate. And here's the 1-1. Inside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. D-backs had a 3-0 lead through 2 innings. As the 2-1 is high and outside ball 3. They have been since outscored 7-2. 4 of those 7 runs have come in the 9th inning or later. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 pitch, 1 spot for Marte. Here's a 3-1. And he takes a strike very clearly in the strike zone. And now the count is full.
He wasn't looking for the backdoor cutter. That one started off the plate, came back over the outside third. He was looking for something to pull.
Armstrong's 3-2 pitch is popped up out of play. Well, I thought he might try and do what he did to Del Castillo and Thomas, and that's get Marte to chase something up and out of the zone.
Cattell had a pitch, a flat cutter right down the middle. See if he gets another one like that.
And now time is called by Cattell. Armstrong, his payoff pitch is on the way. And Marte grounds it to short, backhanded by Duran. His throw to first in time, and a crushing loss for the Diamondbacks as they fall apart late, and the Rangers steal the opener by a final score of 7-5.
Oh, that's a stinger right there. The way just this game kind of collapsed on the D-backs the last couple innings. They're in a situation to win the game, to close the game out, and they let it get away from them.
2-run lead in the 9th inning, and it was not enough as the Rangers were able to tie it. They scored twice in the 10th. And Candy and I will wrap it up right after this on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
On Friday, September 5th, enjoy a post-game concert featuring Flo Rida, presented by Coors Light Bird's Nest. Get your tickets and VIP field pass.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I bowl in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.